in. Get a personal insight that is, of course, enlightening. Develop your insight with and through our radio institution. Hey, expand your mind. Take a quantum leap in time. You know, it is important to understand that the views expressed right here on our show, your show, the people's show, Wisdom Unveiling on the Upper Deck, it's not necessarily the views of Radio Jamaica. Let me make that clear. Our studio numbers tonight are 876 926 2178, 876 926 8631, and 876 926 7615. It's now 12:04, 4 minutes after 12. Yes, 19 minutes after midnight. And we welcome our guests to give us a call. We have said that you can reach us at 876 926 2178. Also, you can reach us at 876 926 8631. And now we add that you can also reach us at 876 926 7615. Let's go to our guests. Greetings and good night.
Good night.
Good night. How you do? Good night.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Good night. Good night.
Hey, good night.
Yes, good night.
How are you doing? Can I get a card reading, please?
Of course you can. Call any number in the range of 1 to 10.
1,
Okay, come again.
6,
Come again.
4,
Come again.
9,
Come again.
4,
Come again.
7,
Come again.
10.
That's it, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. When is your birthday?
19th, the 1st of October, 1964.
1964, okay.
Mm.
You know, in the East, like in China, they say you're born the year of the dragon, okay?
Yeah.
In the African world, we wouldn't say that. We say you are from the house of Ihioze, okay?
Yeah.
Now, next year is your year, big year for you, because next year is the year of Ihioze,
Okay.
okay? How old,
Yeah.
how old will you be next year?
Next year I'll be 60.
60 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. You're born 1964. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So your element is wood.
Wood.
Wood, yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Next year, the element that comes is also wood. So the wood element comes every 60 years.
Okay.
So you have a chance to make an Ihioze child every 12 years. But to clone yourself, to make an exact copy of yourself, you'll have to be 60 years old, right?
Okay.
Too bad you don't have nobody pregnant right now to get that baby, because that would have been awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, because remember, you can make a child every 12 years. That would be
Yeah.
Ihioze, but he would be a different element. He would either be, he or she would either be fire, earth, metal, water, right?
Okay, so I better work for next year.
But to get a wood Ihioze, wow. You know, that's
Okay,
a
like,
person that would think exactly like you. I mean, you wouldn't have to tell that person nothing really. That is
okay.
you.
Well,
Direct carbon copy. Huh?
I have a girlfriend anyway, so I have to try.
You have a what?
I have a lady, so I have to try.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. You know, that is how in the old days we built empires. The patriarch of the family.
Okay.
People always wonder why these elderly men had young wives, you know? They
Yeah.
would probably have 3 or 4 wives just to make sure that they have enough ammunition for when they
To fight
turn
to fight
59
the war.
to bring in that youth when they turn 60.
Okay.
They may get 2 or 3 people pregnant and some may be girls, but if one is a male, then
Yeah.
that male would be the executive crown prince. You get it?
Wow. Okay. That's
And
good.
that's how we built empires. Empires is built on wisdom and knowledge.
Okay.
You know, in those
Yeah.
days, nobody would call an elder a pedophile, right?
No, no, no.
No, you know, times have changed, right?
Right.
Yeah. Uh,
Good. Good. Right.
anyway, I'm not saying that there should be a wave of elderly people grabbing young girls. I'm not saying that, you know. I'm just saying that it was the norm. It was the normal thing based on
Yeah.
wisdom and knowledge.
Uh-huh.
Um, you born in 1st of October. According to the Bible, you know you can find yourself in the Bible. You know the Bible is astrology too.
Yeah.
You know who you are in the Bible?
No.
You are Dan. Jacob had 12
Okay.
sons, and you're the one
Uh-huh.
called Dan. Dan is a judge. The Bible says, Jacob said, Dan shall judge his people. In other words, in the perfect empire, the judges would all be born in October. They would all be Libra.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Okay?
I do a good job counseling people anyway. Yeah.
Yes, man. The number one when it comes to the art of judging and counseling, you know?
Yeah. That's why I do a good job counseling.
Seriously,
People.
it's really who you are, right?
Yeah. People
Um,
rely on me for counseling.
Absolutely, right? And your element is wood, and you know wood is a very fashionable thing. You can shape wood into anything. You can make wood carvings.
Any fashion you
Yes, so you can shape reality. You can be the constructor and coordinator of any great empire.
Yeah.
And also the Ihiosa people are the most powerful people in the world. And there are 12
Yeah.
types of us. Can you imagine that? So, you
Yeah.
know, you're right up there, right?
Yeah.
A little more, I will tell you about the power of Ihiosa.
Oh, okay.
A little bit more, man. Don't worry. Your first card here is a girl, though. You have any daughters?
No, that was
Well,
fun.
somebody lost a baby for you?
Quite a few.
Wow.
About four,
Yes,
five or
you lost a daughter for sure, and she is the princess of transformation. You practically lost her twice, actually.
Yeah, twice. Twice the lady was pregnant in those.
Yes, yes. Now if you don't make her, then she comes as your first granddaughter.
That'll be nice.
You have a
Looking forward to that.
you have a granddaughter yet?
No, no.
Okay. Your
I have a
second card.
son, but no grandkids yet.
Okay. Your second card here is called the Fool. Why would the Fool come as your second card? Did you ever agree with a female to abort a baby?
I didn't agree, no. They did it on their own volunteer.
But you know that they abort the baby.
Yeah, yeah.
And you knew about the abortion before it happened.
Well, I know they were going to do it anyway, yeah.
You know the person was going to do it, right?
Yeah.
But you did not stand up strong enough.
Well, it was a shared relationship.
Huh?
It was a shared relationship.
Yeah.
The baby couldn't come.
A shared relationship?
Yeah. Something about Stephen.
You were stealing somebody's thing?
Yeah.
Really? So you were a
Yeah.
sexual thief, right? Okay. So let me see what happened. You plant a pumpkin on another man's land,
Yeah.
and then you agree that the workers should pour gramazone on the land and kill all the weeds and kill
No,
all
I
the
didn't
plants.
agree. I
And
didn't agree. That was
really,
yeah. I don't agree for those things.
well, it did happen, right?
Yeah.
And they say if you don't wage war to stop something, then you agree under the law, right?
No, I didn't agree.
Okay.
I would never agree. I'm not for those kind of things. But you can't tell a woman what to do.
Well, you actually can, but in that case, you will be setting up yourself to die
Yeah.
if it's
Well,
another man's woman. You get what I'm
things
saying?
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you can stand up really. Wow. Wow. Any twins in your family?
No, but that girl thinks you were making a twin.
Huh?
She think it was a twin. The
Yeah,
doctor tell her that she think it was a twin.
you lost a twin, yeah.
Yeah.
And the character that come in the middle is the fool. That means that you played a pretty foolish game and lost a twin.
Yep.
Oh, that's so sad. You have another card here now, and it is called temporary, suggesting that you've been on Earth many times before. And the hidden elders, ancestors, figured that you could do a better job because you don't know the deal already, but you messed up. There's another card here now called Judgment. Okay. Apparently, if the woman didn't do what she did, a judgment would have come down on you, you know.
A judgment.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would have to run away and probably go very far and live. Because a man would have been looking for your head.
Yeah, they were kind of.
Yeah.
He was kind of that borderline.
Yeah, and there's another card here now called loss, which means that it was a major loss for you. Serious loss, you know.
I love kids.
Serious loss, man. I know you feel that, man.
Yeah.
See, the only way we can counsel the younger heads is to explain to them where we, the elders, have gone wrong.
Yeah.
You get it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how can we counsel the younger ones without letting them know that we've made some mistakes, and please try not to make that same mistake because it is an awful feeling, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason why there's such a show as this one
Mm-hmm.
to dig up these things, you know?
I listen to you all the time, every night, every Monday.
We give thanks for that. There's a card here called loss, so you suffer some serious losses because you actually lost a child who would have become an attorney, a lawyer. There's another card here now called oppression. Have you been locked up?
No, never.
Well, then you would have gone to prison. Seriously, because remember you are Ihiose, you know, you're not gonna let anybody kill you, you know.
No.
You would more destroy somebody.
I try to avoid.
Yes, you would have gone to prison. You would have done some hard time.
Mm-hmm.
So the woman, by having the abortion, she actually saved you from a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You were stuck between a wall and a very hard place, you know?
Yeah, it was.
My brethren.
It was.
You have any questions right now?
Question. I have a girl friend. I want to let you know when she comes by me.
Oh, yes, we can talk about that. When is her birthday?
Her birthday is the 2nd of May, 1979.
1979.
Mm-hmm.
Which country were you born?
British Virgin Islands.
Virgin Islands, yes. Okay, I can feel that, right?
Yeah.
So she's born in 1979.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. She is Hakazimana. She's born the year of the sheep.
The sheep there.
She's a very delicate girl.
She is delicate.
She will cry very easily, so you gotta be careful
Yeah, yeah.
not to shout. Don't shout at her. Don't treat her rough because she can't deal with that.
Okay.
She's an excellent human being, very clean,
Very clean.
probably the cleanest woman you've ever met, right?
She's one of them. I had another one the same thing.
Okay.
But she's very clean.
Hakizimana is a
Time clean.
super clean woman.
Yeah.
Super clean. I have a lot of respect for them, all right?
They're very clean and very artistic.
No, Hakizimana is the artist.
Yeah.
You know, they deal with beauty, you know?
They're
Planting, they do like to deal with
cleanliness.
flowers and art and all those things. That's
Very
who
good, very-
that's who
very
they
good.
are.
Very good with plants.
That's who they are. Oh
You
my,
give she anything of a plant and it will grow and bear plenty.
yes. That's who they are.
Mhm.
You know, it is amazing. It is so sweet to know that there are 12 types of people in the world.
Yes.
And it's sweeter to know exactly who these people are. This is things that we
Yeah.
never knew because these things are not taught.
Well, I've been studying you so far a while, so I learn a whole lot. So
Yes.
I kind of have an idea about astrology.
Good.
And I have a app just named Skyview.
Uh-huh.
I download the app from Skyview, and then I can point it up in the skies, and I can see all the planets and all the signs and all those different things up in the
Wow,
sky.
wow, wow, wow. So you're right up there with the highest of the astronomers.
For the astronomers. So that's what makes me believe that it's true.
Okay, let's take a look though at Ihio's their husband and Hakizimana wife, right?
Right.
How long you been together with her?
4 years.
Okay. Now, my thing says it may not turn out to be such an appealing pair. They will live harmoniously only after much effort, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says you are adventurous and independent, while she is ruled by emotions and her moods. She loves home and family, but you may not care to be so domesticated. She cries easily, and you find it hard to express the sympathy and gentleness that she craves. Now, you are ambitious and decisive, where she is artistic and intuitive, right? Now,
Yes,
you
that's
is the knight in shining armor who will love helping a lady in distress, but not if she's going to make a habit of it. So,
yeah, kind of.
so
You
some
got push that.
right. So the problem with you now is that you're not from a romantic group. It is important that you offer her a regular massage.
Mm-hmm.
You ever give her a massage?
Yeah, I do.
You must do it like daily, you know, especially
Yeah, but-
her shoulders and back.
We live to different places. She live in Antigua for now, and I live in Tartola.
Okay, well, whenever you get your hands on her, right?
Well, she'll be here next week.
Yes.
Next up for
Yes.
the Christmas.
Excellent.
She'll
Actually,
get a lot-
you
she'll
get
get a lot
along.
to that.
You and her will get along very well when you're apart. You know,
Yeah, we get along well. But
when you're apart, there's a very deep yearning. But you have to also, saying that you're not close enough to offer her a physical massage, then you will need to massage her spirit with very soothing words.
Well, I do, but sometimes because I'm a Ethiosi, we kind of run on a strict and a straight line. We don't like the crooked line. So when
Yes.
when it get crooked, the dragon come out.
Yes, but the thing is that is where you would hurt her, okay?
Yeah.
You have to practice that gentleness, okay?
Finesse. Yeah.
You have to practice. It's something. Love is an art form. You understand?
Yeah.
Most males among us don't know much about females, you know.
Well, I know. It's just that I don't stand for. I like the truth. I'm a truth man. And when you get a little bit past the truth, and it kind of bring out the dragon in there.
Right, but once when you bring the dragon, there's a lot of fire breathing. Remember that the dragon is not from our planet. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have dragons on planet Earth. Dragons come from the planet where Chinese come from.
Yeah.
No, if a Chinese invent a new chimney before in PP in it, and draw a dragon on the rim. You get it? That no. Why is the dragon etched in the consciousness of Chinese people? I've held many talks with Chinese friends of mine, right?
Mhm.
And all of them agree with me that Chinese is from another planet where dragons exist.
Okay.
No,
So Chinese a little different.
yeah, listen,
Chinese are a little strange and hardworking.
they're different, man. Listen, no animal that is biological can breathe fire, right? But apparently, what been explained to me is that in their world, when the dragon breathe, the atmosphere is sulfuric, right?
Yeah.
And when he breathe out this carbon dioxide, right?
Mm.
The fire appears right at his mouth, right outside his mouth. So,
Mm.
if to people who on the ground looking up, it will look like he's breathing fire, but he's not.
He's breathing the truth.
There you go. And the truth
And
burn,
people-
and the truth
some
burn
people-
like hell. No
some
true.
people- Some people don't like the truth.
Well, not that they don't like the truth, but sometimes they cannot handle it in the way you will dish it out, because you dish it out raw with no honey coating, no peanut butter on it. You know what I mean?
No. That's it. It's
Yeah.
true.
Anyway,
It sets you free all the time.
my brethren, it's an honor knowing you, okay?
Yep.
So you take care of yourself, all right?
All right. Thank you.
I look forward to a wonderful year next year. You rule next year. I mean, nobody can talk to you next year. You run the place, all right?
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
You must
Yeah.
call me privately and let me know how it's going, okay?
Okay, I'll call you.
Yeah, man.
All right,
844-2295. That's 844-2295.
I got your number, man.
There you go. So you take care of yourself. And
All right.
remember, you have to practice how to really treat your queen, okay?
Yeah. I understand that about her, but sometimes she have a little way of, she have a kind of a temper. Like when you're asking questions, she have a kind of raising up the voice. So sometimes, if you trigger me up, I will trigger her. But if you stay within the tone with me, I will keep the tone.
Yes, but it is important that you remain conscious of your power.
Yeah, that's true.
And once you're conscious of your consciousness, you run things, okay?
That's true. And
If you-
it do happen. I do run.
Right, because
things
remember,
in my conscious
if you allow her to trigger you, then it would mean that you're not in
in control.
control. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. All right.
You remember, this is something that you need to do, and it's part of your whole conquest of yourself.
Yeah.
It's a self-control. The two highest powers I know is mind control and self-control.
Yep, I got self-control, but it's just I don't like when you're going off wrong the corner to come straight to the line. I prefer you go straight to the line one time, no matter what the circumstances.
Yes. But when a person is a earth animal, right?
Yeah,
Who just look down and eat grass, right? Another
Yeah.
person is a sky animal that breathe fire. Well, God knows what goes down right there, because remember, you're not really highly compatible, so you're going to have to really improvise, okay?
okay.
Remember, if you approach her the wrong way, your fire will just burn her up and she will get roast one place and she'll just get eat off one time and then there's no more left and ray. You get it? That all the
Yeah,
other
that's
sheep
it.
them run away because that one's that my brethren. You take it easy.
All right, thank you, man.
Blessed.
All right, Majesty.
It is an awesome thing to talk. Take care.
All right, man.
Good. Let's go to another line. Greetings and good night.
Good night.
Good night. How you do?
Thank you.
Okay, how can we help you? Remember, you can get a name reading or a card reading. It's up to you.
Card read it, please.
Okay, let's do it. Call any number in the range of 1 to 10.
1,
Come again.
4,
Come again.
3,
Come again.
8,
Come again.
9,
Come again.
5,
Come again.
2.
That's it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. When is your birthday?
April
April when?
13th.
13.
Yeah.
What year?
89.
Okay. Now you're born on the 13th day. You know, 13 is not a nice number. You know.
So
You,
this way.
it's true. It's rather scary. You know, hotels don't generally have room 13. You know that. And
I
those,
never really realized.
I'm telling you, you may go to a little guest house with a room 13, and them is people who don't really know what's going on. But a big hotel wouldn't have room 13 because too many people may die in there or commit suicide in there or kill each other in there. And then the big tall skyscraper buildings, like where you have it overseas, the tall buildings,
Yeah.
they don't have floor number 13. They got floor number 11, floor number 12, floor number 14, and they go up, right?
Okay.
Do you know why?
No.
Well, um, you know those foreign people, especially the white man, them love to gamble, right? They
Mm-hmm.
gamble on a thing called the stock market, right?
Mm-hmm.
They buy shares and ray. Now, when the stock market crash, what they normally do, no, I don't know if they plan it or if it just happens, but them go on any building that have floor number 13 and they jump off.
Okay.
Seriously. You think I can make up something like that?
No.
It really happens. The last time the stock market crashed, hundreds of them went and jump off buildings and die flush, right? But they only jump from floor number 13. So
Okay.
since then, they don't have number 13 floors anymore. They don't put that sign 13 on the thing. They put 14, right?
Okay.
So, 13 is tedious. Let me tell you what 13 really say, though. 13 really is a number of death and destruction. It symbolizes an energy that in some cases actually destroy itself. It is a number of superstition and fear. So now, sometimes you will get a strange feeling that somebody working witchcraft on you. You ever get that feeling?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. But don't entertain that feeling, okay?
Okay.
It's a number 13 feel. Okay, if you entertain that feeling, you will get super depressed, right? And after a
Okay.
while, if you get that depressed, you could actually feel like committing suicide, feel like killing yourself for real. That's how scary number 13 is. Okay?
Okay.
Now, you're born 1989. Now, if you was to turn into an animal, you know what kind of animal you would be?
Dog.
Hell no. You'd actually be a snake.
Okay.
It's true. You're born the year of the snake, according to the Chinese, right? But in the African world, we would not accuse you of that. We call you Fadil. I mean, tonight I'm going to read a little bit about the Fadil people, right?
Okay.
Remember, there are 12 types of people, and we're all very different, practically very special too. Okay? The thing about the Fadil people that them don't trust nobody, Seriously. I mean, a Fadil person may trust his grandmother or maybe his mother, but they don't really trust nobody. That they're just built that way. And they're like the wisest people in the world, but nobody would know because they don't really talk much.
Okay.
Your first card right here is order. Have you ever been married?
No.
Do you have a lover?
Yes, I do.
Good. And how you guys get along? I mean, when is his birthday?
His birthday is the 14th of the second.
14th of February?
Yeah.
You mean like Valentine's Day?
Like Valentine's Day.
You're doing it with a Valentine? Really? What year was he born?
87.
1987. Okay, so he's born the year of the rabbit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not very bad, Rabbit and snake, them can go on. They're not really highly compatible, but they can work. How you and him get along?
It's along okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
because the rabbit is very classy. They're like the classiest type of people, right?
Okay.
Um, they're very diplomatic, They choose their words wisely, so they're kind of very cool, for you to get along with. Um, the first card here, the second card here is the lovers, which means that he actually love you quite dearly, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And then you have another card here that says the world. You guys ever travel together?
No, we never leave Jamaica yet.
Listen, one day, one good day, both of you will travel together.
That's
The lover shows that you actually love each other, okay?
okay.
What you really love about this brethren? In the African world, we call him Dowdy, and we call you Fadil. You're a Fadil woman, and he's a Dowdy man, right?
Yeah.
What do you like about him?
He, okay, he's very supportive.
Supportive. Oh, yes. What else?
Well,
He's classic.
he's an honest person.
Yes, yes. The Dowdy people are quite honest, and Fadil love honesty because of all the men that you would have met, he's one that you find that you could actually trust.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, not definitely. The word is lifinitely, okay? Lifinitely. And there's a son here. You have a son?
Not yet. We're trying to.
You're trying to make a baby?
Mm-hmm.
You should never try to make a baby. Just have wonderful sex. No, listen. Let me tell you something about babies. Babies is a pain in the butt. I mean, babies are so disobedient that when you call them run away, right? So if you try to make a baby, you don't get no baby. As a matter of fact, try hard to don't make no baby. You get about 5 of them. Seriously. Seriously. You don't want no babies, you get 12 of them, right? But if you really want a baby and you try to make a baby, it doesn't happen so easily because you're trying too hard. So you're going to miss the whole point. Just enjoy him. Enjoy each other, okay?
Okay.
But it smells like you're going to get a son.
That would be so good.
It'd be awesome. Does he have any babies yet?
Not yet.
Really? But then full joy him and your son will show up. Okay? All right.
Okay.
You think your mother or my mother really want a baby when they made us? No. They were enjoying wonderful sex and we showed up, right? Right? Nobody don't call me. That's how black people are made. I can't talk about other races. But so we are made. That's the deal.
Okay.
We need to stop trying to make babies. Right? You have another card here, and it's called Strength, which means that you are one strong woman. Have you ever been diagnosed with hormone problems?
Yes, I have.
Any
That's my complication right now.
endometriosis?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
You got endometriosis?
Fibroid, uterine fibroid.
Right. And hormone problems, right?
Yeah.
There's a herb that grow all over the place. It have a beautiful yellow flower. It's called Ramgoat National. You know Ramgoat National?
I do.
You don't see them growing in your yard around your house? No?
Well, I don't have any near the house,
But they grow in your area.
but I would be able to get my hands on some.
Well, get some Ramgoat National, right?
Yeah.
Put it to dry, a few days, right?
Yeah.
And drink a cup of that every night before you go to bed, right?
Okay.
I'm going to hide behind a tree and see what happened after that. It's very good for the hormone thing. But hold on. 1989, right?
Yeah.
Your element is earth. 1987, his element is fire. You put fire with earth, you have a volcano, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome sex, But if you really want to make a baby, it may be necessary for you to do it on the ground.
Mm, what now?
Your element is earth. Have sex on the earth, on the ground.
Okay.
If you find it hard to get pregnant, have sex on the ground. Okay?
Okay.
But of course, you can light a fire nearby. So you employ both the element of fire and the element of earth.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
It
I'm gonna
is.
try that.
You can. That's how we manipulate elements.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's a kind of a magical thing, mystical or magical thing to do,
Yeah,
right?
I'm actually picturing a scene right now.
I have a friend who, no matter what, she just couldn't get pregnant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I encouraged her to do it on water, so she get this water, this water bed, water mattress,
Mm-hmm.
and she get a twin.
Okay.
Look how long she been trying. But her element is water, and her husband's element was also water.
Oh, that's good.
And the first time they go in the waterbed, bam, you're lucky he didn't get pregnant too. Ain't lucky. You have another card here, so now, called the Hermit. What happened to your dad?
He is dead.
What happened to him?
He suffered from Alzheimer's.
Your dad want you to know that he's okay now, right? He have perfect memory right now,
Okay.
but he's on the other side.
Okay.
Did you connect with him well?
Yes. In the last half I did because I was raised by him
Uh-huh.
or supported by him. But when he got sick, I took him here and I cared for him
Yes.
until I lost my job and I had to bring him back home and then he died.
Yes. Do you know why he did not support you as a child?
I mean, some man and woman issue.
Listen, it's possible that he wasn't sure that you was his baby.
That's what happened.
But as you grow older, he could see you.
Yes, because he keeps confirming every time I was in front of him when I got older.
Uh-huh.
My child, my child.
Yes, 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 yes. But the real truth to why he did not support you, it goes deeper than that, right? When you was his daddy, in a past lifetime, you did not support him. So in this lifetime, you pay that debt of karma by him not supporting you.
Oh, wow.
That's how it works. There's no innocent victim on the planet. That's an illusion, okay?
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know who would ever forgive me for saying these things, but this is truth. The highest truth is painful to hear. It doesn't sound good sometimes, but it's true. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes the things that a messenger have to say, sometimes the message don't sound so nice, but it is true. Right?
Okay.
We all return to life to pay our debts
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
karma. There's another card right here, and it's called the Fool. When you were young, you used to say that you don't want children?
No. I've had this problem ever since I was 13.
13?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know you have some very young girls who get pregnant, right?
Well, well, yeah.
And we just don't like it. But guess what? Most of them who you get pregnant very, very, very young were wise to do so.
Yes.
Because if you had got pregnant very, very young, you wouldn't be having this problem, right?
Of course.
Because the problem come out with the afterbirth. That's why some girls have to get pregnant real, really young.
Yeah. I keep saying if I had a chance to give any young girl any advice, I would tell them, once you're ready, the partner is ready.
Get on, make your baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I no longer get upset when I see 16-year-old girls pregnant. I just say, bring your baby girl. You know,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes if they don't get pregnant, then they will never get pregnant because then the problem grows and then they can't. Wow.
Exactly.
Sometimes you
Exactly.
obey parents, and at the end of the day, you lose the game.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, man, I'm having hormone problems and it's okay because I am out to get a career and to take care of my family, to support and to
Yeah.
be able to support a baby when a baby comes. And now,
There you go. I know that most of us come on earth, our mothers have no idea how she would support a baby. But
exactly.
she got pregnant anyway, right?
Yeah,
And bam. And here we are, right?
true.
Here we are.
A little bit of hiccups here and there, but it helps us to get stronger
Hiccups.
anyway.
No, hiccups, you mean vomiting. but here we are, right?
Yeah.
One thing I can tell you though, there is there's a son in your reading. So a son is in the card. So you're likely to make a son for sure, okay?
Okay.
He shall be a major source of strength in your life. If you get a chance to do it on the earth, have sex on the ground.
Okay.
Spread something. You don't have to catch a cold. You can spread a towel or something, right?
Okay.
And if you can have a cozy fire lit nearby, that could be awesome. I don't know where you'll go to do something like this, but because there are peeping toms everywhere, right?
Yeah,
But who knows, right?
I know.
I've seen a lot of things, so I know the possibilities. So you take care of yourself, okay?
It's finished.
Yeah. Will you have a question?
I do. I got sick in April of this year.
You got what? Sick?
I got sick
Uh-huh.
April of this year.
What was wrong?
I I don't even know. I just feel dizzy, inside fever, outside fever. Like every time the inside fever finish, the outside fever would start, and it went like
You
this for
you
about
sure it
2
was
weeks.
not you sure it was not dengue?
I'm not sure. I went to the doctor though. I
Uh-huh.
got some pills for nausea because I was vomiting and my eyes was turning and everything.
You probably had dengue. You probably got bitten by a familiar mosquito. A mosquito
Okay.
that liked you bad, bad, bad. Bite you a couple of times, right?
Okay.
It's probably dengue.
But my question to you is, I got a dream on a night,
Uh-huh.
and the very night that I got sick in the day, and four persons, four family members that passed away.
4 persons who are now dead. Uh-huh.
Yes. Came, and three of them made a ring around me,
Mm-hmm.
and one was at the doorway. They
Right?
didn't say anything, but they just made a ring around me. They hold hand. It was connected, and I was in the middle, and there was one at the door,
Uh-huh.
turning the back, the face in the door,
Right?
and the back door. I'm asking you, what is the meaning of that?
These are family members?
Yes, they're all family members.
Well,
To be specific,
it is
my
it is an excellent dream. It's an excellent dream. They were giving you a strength, right?
okay,
They know what your problem is. And they're telling you that they will send in the one that is worthy when the time is right. You go on the internet and look for something called FemMend. 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 The FemMend formula. See if you can find it, right?
okay,
It's extremely helpful for your problem. FemMend. FEMMEND.
okay,
It's excellent for those uterine problems, okay?
yeah,
But your family members, they're there for you. And remember that your duty now is to bring in another family member,
yeah,
right? So they're going to help you to bring in that one.
okay,
They were connecting to the executive elders on your behalf.
okay,
It was for you. It was more of a blessing than anything else. Okay?
Yeah.
Remember, these people are not dead, they're only dead in your mind.
Hmm.
Death is a technical illusion. Death doesn't really exist.
Okay.
You were somewhere before you came on earth, and you will be that somewhere when you leave. Okay?
Yeah.
We're
But the
all
one that was sitting, is there any specific message? The one that was sitting facing the door,
was it a female?
a female. There were four of them. One was a male, and he was the father of all of the other three daughters.
Right. A female was sitting.
Yes.
Don't worry. You will have your child, okay?
Okay.
And it will also, it may be a tough delivery, you know. Worst case scenario, you have to have C-section.
But I
Huh?
want three kids.
Huh?
I want three kids.
You want 3 children?
Yes.
Let's try not to call them kids. Kids is baby goats.
Okay.
You have to talk plainly, okay?
I want three of them.
But to get 3, you have to make you have to make 1. Okay? You're not gonna get a triplet, okay? So to get 3, you have to make 1 first, right?
Yeah.
And I think that one is your son.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. One more question. Is there anything about work for me? Because I'm having a tough time at work right now.
What kind of work you find yourself doing now?
I am a driver.
A driver?
Yes.
Okay. What's so tough about it?
I haven't gotten any work for 3 weeks now.
Okay. It is important for you to think deeply about employing yourself.
Okay.
All right?
I'm on the verge of doing that though.
You have the power and the will to make more money by employing yourself.
I'm on the verge of doing that.
Yeah, I think that is the way to go.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you. You said the name of the herb, the thing that I should look up again on Google is femdem.
No, femme, mend, like you're mending something
Okay.
for the female part. So it's femme as in female, mend, FEMMEND, the femme mend formula.
Okay then, thank you.
They have a whole lot of herbs involved in it that usually they work like a dream.
Okay.
But in case you don't get that, then the Ramgot National will be plan B. Okay?
Okay then, thank you.
You take care now.
Okay.
Blessed. Yeah, I would like to big up my brethren in South Africa, a man named Voyani. And I know that Voyani want to know who that singing that music there. Voyani, you don't have to call me or ask me. I know you want to know who's that. This is a brethren named Rascarby. Very, 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 very pleasant brethren. Rascarby. So write that down, Voyani, and look for Rascarby music, okay? Now it's now 1:29 in Jamaica. Now for people who heard me talk about the femme mend formula, they also have it. It's called FC or femme mend. FEMMEND. Now let me tell you something about it. The physiologic action of this formula is that it helps regulate the menstrual cycle, relieve cramps, bloating, and vaginitis. It ease inflammation of the vagina and uterus, and strengthen and regulate the kidneys, bladder, and uterus areas. Beneficial for all female and uterine complaints. Now, do not use this combination while taking estrogen or oral contraceptives. That's what the herbalist who built it is saying. It's a wonderful formula. The herbs that is made out of are red raspberry and another herb called uva-ursi. That's UVAURSI. So it's red raspberry leaf and uva-ursi. UVAURSI. It also have vitamins B complex, vitamin B6, vitamin C, vitamin E, and iodine. Now, if you want to know more, you can look for a book named Every Woman's Book by P. Irola, Airola. That's Every Woman's Book by P. Irola. Or there's a brother named Wade that have a book that talk about it too, named the PMS book. PMS book by Wade, Wade. So there you go. Now let's talk about the 12 types of individuals in the world around us. Now, it is important to note that, and I'm reading back over this for the benefit of people who did not hear it last week. It is important to note that in this world there are 12 distinct personalities in the human family. These personalities are found in all nations, in all peoples and tribes, regardless of religious ideology and color of skin. Therefore, in every large gathering, 12 different groups of persons can be identified without exception. In each group, people will generally think along the same lines, although there will be subtle differences in attitude among them based on their individual element and rising signs, namely their individual times of birth. In each group, we could identify the 12 signs of the zodiac as well, like Leos and Virgos and Cancers and Sagittarius. Anyway, each group is compiled based on the year of birth and not the zodiac signs that you know. Right? So it's compiled by the year of birth and not the zodiac signs that we're all familiar with. Now let's take a look at the basic traits of each group. Tonight I'll explain some of the traits in some of the groups. Next Monday night, we talk about some more. First of all, it is important to note that there are 12 realms or heavens where the human spirit emerge. The first house or group is Abasi, named after a wise African elder. And he rules the first heaven, situated in the north of the esoteric realm. His ruling time for man to God contact is 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Persons from this group should face the north at this time while in prayer or meditation in order to face their guardian angel. The word Abasi, that's Abasi, Abasi, is a Swahili name meaning stern. It comes out of East Africa. Now, Abasi people have many great traits. I invite you to read the book of Abasi to know more. It is available now. Call me for details at 1-876-844-2295. So you can get the book of Abasi anytime you want. It's up there. It's here. It's ready. If you are indeed an Abasi person, you deserve to know as much about yourself as possible. You belong to a remarkably honorable group. Now, the people of Abasi arrives on planet Earth every 12 years. Their year begins on Bob Marley Day, February 6, until February 5 the following year. The Abasi years are as follows: 1924, 1936, 1948, 1960, 1972, 1984, 1996, 2008, 2020, 2032, 2044, 2056, etc. On Earth, there are 5 elements that rule the various years. For instance, 1924 was ruled by nature or wood. 1936 produced fire, Abasi. 1948 produced Earth Abasi, 1960 Metal Abasi, 1972 Water Abasi, 1984 Wood Abasi, 1996 Fire Abasi, 2008 Earth Abasi, 2020 Metal Abasi, 2032 will be Water Abasi, 2044 will be Wood Abasi, 2056 will be Fire Abasi. The Abasi of these five elements have different temperaments based on their ruling elements. Knowing oneself is the key to wealth, to happiness, and good health too. It is the introduction to self knowledge, a roadmap to wisdom, the path to successful mating as well. Let's take a look at the chief personality trait of Abasi. Abasi people are known for their kindness, especially to needy people, the poor or less fortunate, and those who are old and sick. As a matter of fact, the greatest caregivers in this world are the Abasi women. These women travel to far off lands and would naturally find themselves taking care of young children at children's homes, old sickly people at old people's homes, etc. It is indeed true that the most dedicated and loving nurses on our planet are Abasi people, both male and female. Now, Abasi men do very well in construction, building new houses for people who would live there for generations to come. Abasi is a family oriented group. In my experience, they are angels who would never stray far from their original angelic nature. If you are an Abasi person, you deserve to know much more about yourself and about others as well. Get the book of Abasi written by yours truly, King Majesty. It is important to note that Abasi people are perfectly compatible with Ihioze people and Ibrahim people. These three, when combined, would build a great empire. They form the first of four triangles when combined and are magnificent in personal power. The people who may oppose Abasi the most are the people of Gamba. So if Abasi gets married to a Gamba person, a divorce is most likely. The other 9 signs or groups are compatible with Abasi to varying degrees. There are, of course, a few rare occasions when an Abasi and Gamba person would have a lot in common, but unless they be soulmates, which is a phenomenon that violates all laws of astrological compatibility, or having compatible rising signs, the union of Abasi and Gamba seldom really works. Now, the second house or group is Bandele, named after a wise African elder. He rules the second heaven, situated in the northeast of the esoteric realm. His ruling time for man to God contact is 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. People from this group should face the northeast at this time, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., while in prayer or meditation in order to face their guardian angel. The word Bandele, 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 is a name from the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria. Bandele means born away from home. Bandele people have many special traits. I invite you to read the book of Bandele if you are a Bandele person in order to get to know yourself to the maximum. It will soon be available for your reading pleasure. To get this book, you could call me at 876-844-2295. The people of Bandele arrive on planet Earth every 12 years. This year begins on February 6, Bob Marley Day, and ends on February 5 in the following year. The Bandele years are as follows: 1925, 1937, 1949, 1961, 1973, 1985, 1997, 2009, 2021, 2033, 2045, 2057. Here on Earth, in each group of people, there are 5 elements at play. Some people in each group are ruled by fire, some by water, some by wood, and so on. For instance, let's look at the five Bandele flavors of persons. Now, 1925 was ruled by the element of wood, while 1937 produced the fire Bandele people. 1949 was earth, 1961 metal, 1973 water, 1985 wood, 1997 fire, 2009 earth, 2021 metal, 2033 water, 2045 will be wood, 2057 will be fire. The Bandele people of these five elements have different temperaments based on the element that rules their year of birth. Fire element people are usually hot tempered, and water element people are usually very cool, just like water. Read the book, Wisdom Unveiled, Enter the Lion, the book of Bandele. Or read the book of your individual sign or group to be properly informed and to understand your own ways and the ways of others in your circle. Let's take a look at the chief personality trait of Bandele. Bandele people are known for their diligence and hard work. If anyone would work at a company for an entire lifetime and receive many long service awards, he or she must be a Bandele person. These people are very stern, no nonsense type, the most predictable and hardworking people in the world. They are so set in their ways that they maintain the same attitude right through life and therefore are very predictable. These are the most hardworking people, as I said, in the world. The problem is, though, they have a most powerful memory. This often causes them to live in the past and be unforgiving toward others who had hurt them very long times ago. This often caused them to live in the past so much, holding on to memories that are better off forgotten, and it stopped them from being optimistic about moving forward in love life. Bandele people are perfectly compatible with Jabari and Fadil people. When these three are combined, they are unbeatable in the art of planning and remarkably productive in whatever job they undertake. Jabari is almost as hardworking as Bandele, and he have an eye for small details. And Fadil is endowed with great wisdom and vision to point the way forward. But the people who will oppose Bandele the most is Hakizimana, who will be easily hurt by the insensitive, no-nonsense ways of Bandele. Bandele is part of the second triangle of human compatibility and should avoid getting married to a Hakizimana person. The other 9 signs are compatible with Bandele to varying degrees. A marriage or union between Bandele and Hakizimana may work in a few very rare instances, perhaps based on their hours of birth. The third group or house are the Cheke people. Cheke was named after a wise African elder. He rules the third heaven, situated in the east northeast of the esoteric realm. His ruling time for man to God contact is 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. nightly. Persons from this group should face the east northeast at this time 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. while in prayer or meditation in order to face their guardian angel. The name Chike, C-H-I-K-E, Chike, means power of God, and it comes from the Igbo tribe in Nigeria. Chike people have many great traits. I would invite you to read the book of Chike as it will be released soon. Knowing yourself will be very rewarding. Some of the greatest people to grace the face of this earth are the Cheke people. The great Usain Bolt is quite an example. The people of Cheke arrives on planet Earth every 12 years. Their year begins on Bob Marley Day, February 6, until February 5 on the following year. The Cheke years are as follows: 1926, 1938, 1950, 1962, 1974, 1986, 1998, 2010, 2022, 2034, 2046, 2058. The elements that rule over these people are as follows: 1926, fire; 1938, earth; 1950, metal; 1962, water; 1974, wood; 1986, fire; 1998, earth; 2010, metal; 2022, water; 2034, wood; 2046, fire; 2058 will be ruled by earth. It is important to note that every human being in each group gets an opportunity to produce an offspring of his own group or sign every 12 years. But to clone yourself, which means to create an exact mental and spiritual offspring that would be the sole duplicate of yourself, a person would have to be 60 years old, because the cycle of elements is a 60-year cycle. Every 12 years, you could create a child who will be very much like you from your same group, but that child would not be the same element as yourself unless, of course, you produce that child in the 60th year of your birth. So, yes, a man could very easily clone himself astrologically, but not a woman, because women generally don't conceive at the age of 60. And of course, you would want to produce your same birth sign as well. For example, if you're a Leo chick, for instance, you would want to create a Leo child in a chick year, if you cherish yourself that much. Then you would have to get to work and conceive that child during the reign of Scorpio. Likewise, the mating time for Aries would be Cancer. The mating time to create a Taurus child is in Leo. To make a Gemini child, the woman must get pregnant in Virgo. For a Cancer child, the woman must get impregnated in Libra. To make a Virgo child, then the baby must be conceived in Sagittarius. And to make a Libra child, one would need to get pregnant during the reign of Capricorn. Of course, to make a Scorpio child, your mating season is in Aquarius. And to make a Sagittarius child, you must conceive in the reign of Pisces. And the mating season for Capricorn is Aries. And the mating season for Aquarius is in the reign of Taurus. If you want a Pisces child, then you'll need to get pregnant in Gemini. And to make an Aries child, then one must conceive in Cancer. If you desire to build a real empire, you must first know how to create another you. Someone who would easily reproduce your ideals, reestablish your ideas, and your designs. The key to wealth is to reproduce excellence consistently. For example, Bob Marley's children are blessed with Bob Marley's voice. His bloodline will never be hungry again. That's a good start, even though it's not based on astrology. Those of you who are from the house of Chike should know that Chike stands out as one of the most impressive players within the human family. Let's take a brief look at Chike's traits. Out of the house of Chike comes the greatest actors, musicians, and sports people. Usain Bolt single-handedly showed the world who and what is a Chike person. And whoever break his record could only be another Chike person, and most likely a member of the African race. The only problem with Chike is that, in spite of the fact that they are admired by everyone, the truth is the Chike people tend to make the most expensive mistakes in life because they too often act swiftly. Technically, they tend to leap before they look. Apart from that, people could only envy them because the Chike person is often worth his weight in gold. Let's talk about dowdy. Are you a dowdy person? Well, the fourth house or group of human beings in our world is the people of dowdy. Named after a wise African elder, he rules the fourth heaven, situated in the east of the esoteric realm. His ruling time to govern his realm is 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. This is his time for man to God contact. People from this group should face the east between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. while in prayer or meditation in order to command their guardian angel. It is a most empowering moment at this time. It is important to note that Almighty God in His wisdom have given the human being the right to command angels, although the Holy Scriptures has failed to instruct man as to how this may be achieved. However, the Scriptures did hint that wisdom would increase as the years roll by, and as human wax in sin and wickedness, it seems obvious that the gatekeepers and messengers among the human population would wax in wisdom as a counterbalance measure to do the will of the Most High and explain or instruct the babes and sucklings in the ways and statutes of the God and Goddess of the universe, Father Time and Mother Nature. He who have given us the breath of life, namely oxygen, of which we cannot survive without, and she who sends us the element of water in the form of rain to nurture the element of wood, namely trees and vegetation, to procure food for mankind and animal kind. Anyway, it is important to note that the word Daudi is a Swahili name from East Africa, and it means beloved one. This name inspires great virtue, as seen in the Daudi personality. Yes, the Daudi people have many great virtues. We invite all Daudi people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just type the words King Majesty and be updated as to when your book, the book of Daudi, will be released. In the Wisdom Unveiled, enter the Lion group of books. And you can call me at 876-844-2295. Now, the people of Daudi arrives on planet Earth every 12 years. Daudi year begins on Bob Marley Day, February 6, until February 5 of the following year. The years of Daudi are as follows: 1927, 1939, 1951, 1963, 1975, 1987, 1999, 2011, 2023, and will return in the years 2035, 2047, 2059, etc. We have said that here on planet Earth there are 5 elements that influence the various years, a different element for each of the 12 years in a classic 60-year cycle. For instance, 1927 was ruled by the element of fire. 1939 was ruled by earth. 1951 was ruled by metal. 1963 was ruled by water. 1975 was ruled by nature or wood. 1987, fire. 1999, earth. 2011, metal. 2023, water. That's this year. And in the future years, 2035 will be ruled by wood. 2047, fire. 2059 will be ruled by earth. Now let's take a brief summary of the Daudi personality. A person born in the year of Daudi is one of the most fortunate of the 12 groups or signs of the African zodiac. Daudi is a symbol of longevity and is said to have a very deep connection to the moon. According to our executive elders, Daudi symbolizes class, graciousness, excellent counsel, good manners, kindness, and a very deep love for beauty. Soft-spoken and graceful, Daudi people make excellent diplomats and very respected and honorable politicians. Daudi here tend to produce some of the most peaceful people in the world. Peacefulness and a quiet environment is his usual habitat. A very artistic and art loving person, Dowdy possesses good judgment, and his or her thoroughness makes them very good scholar. They generally shine in the fields of law, politics, and government. Dowdy, however, is inclined to be moody. At such times, he or she may appear to be a bit detached or uncaring, but when it comes to making money, Dowdy shines from a young age. A wonderful planner and organizer in the business world, excellent in sales and marketing, extraordinary at negotiating deals and making others see things his way and spend their money on his ideas. But the truth is, what hurt Dowdy the most is criticism. His rather walk away from than fight attitude can be deceiving though. And he can be extremely cunning when he decides to go on the attack. So while Dowdy is loving and caring to those who he cares about, he can be dangerous to those who oppose him. He may not get loud and aggressive, but he may put you in court and sue you for every cent you have ever earned in your life if your dealings toward him is unfair. But even to his worst enemy, Dowdy is very calm and understanding. He or she will not be disrespectful or cuss and carry on, but Dowdy have his own classic ways to deal with those who are evil or disrespectful. When it comes to self-control, Dowdy was born a true master. No one can read his mind or predict his next move. Dowdy tends to criticize no one and would embarrass no one in public. This makes him or her a classic friend to have in your corner. Dowdy avoids all areas of high risk. His own personal security is always his highest concern. It is clear, though, that among the human family, Dowdy in the game of life is a real winner. When it comes to compatibility, Dowdy is part of the third triangle of human compatibility. The Dowdy person is absolutely compatible with the Lisimba person and the Hakizimana person. When these three come together, they could build an empire based on soft power. When combined, these three are sure winners. It is a beautiful and rewarding combination, a meeting of minds and hearts. Believe you me, these three could do no wrong. The type of person that would be a real challenge to Dowdy is Jabari. Those two, Dowdy and Jabari, are totally incompatible. Marriage between them usually ends in divorce. Of course, there's a rare chance they may make it together, but that chance is rare indeed. Jabari is much too critical for Dowdy, who hates criticism. The other 9 signs or groups are compatible with Dowdy to varying degrees. Now let's talk about the Ihioze people. Ihioze years are as follows. 1928 is earth, 1940 metal, 1952 water, 1964 wood, 1976 fire, 1988 earth, the year 2000 metal, the year 2012 water, 2024 will be wood, that's next year, 2036 fire, 2048 will be earth, 2060 will be metal. Now, the fifth house or group of human beings in our world is the people of Ihioze. E-H-I-O-Z-E. Ihioze. Named after a wise African elder. He rules the fifth realm or heaven, situated in the east-southeast of the esoteric realm. His ruling time of the day is 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. This, of course, is his time for man-to-God contact. People from this group should face 1 inch to the right side of the sun between 7 a.m. and 9 in the morning, while in prayer or meditation in order to assume command of their guardian angel. If you are an Ihiose person, this is your most empowering time of the day. The word Ihiose comes from Benin in Nigeria, and it means I am above other people's jealousy. Now, Ihiose is like an eagle, a bird that can fly as high as an airplane. But who can see a tiny mouse or a fish from that height and snatch it up before anyone could stop him? The Ihiose person is like that, a human powerhouse who don't care what others think of him. Now, when the doggone people from Mali assemble an army to fight an army of vicious invading Arabs who captured Africans and dragged them across the Sahara Desert as slaves, the African army was based on astrological precision. 70 warriors, all born in Ihiose year, were assembled by the king of Mali to fight against 400 Arab invaders, some of the greatest warriors that the Arabs had. And it was a devastating showdown, a battle that went down in African history as the Battle of the Giants. This does not mean that the Africans were taller. That was a lie that the defeated Arabs told, the few who returned to Arabia alive. It was said that 40 Ihiose men and 30 Ihiose women attacked 400 Arab invaders, and only 10 Arabs returned home to Arabia to tell the tale. It was a devastating defeat. Some people call it the impossible victory, because not a single African was killed, although a few were badly wounded. It is said that the Ihiose warriors fought in a military arrangement called the Heaven and Earth Attack Technique, featuring women shooting arrows from treetops and men attacking from under the ground with boomerang weapons, spears, and poison darts. The battle lasted only 3 days, and the only Arabs who escaped the fury of those Ihiose warriors were a handful who ran away. It was a terrible defeat, one that stopped the Arabs from stealing Africans as slaves for almost 100 years. This event speaks volumes of the skill and mastery of the Ihiose spirit, superior in warfare and as fearless as lions on a prowl. It is said that the chief female commander, Princess Zinze, broke the necks of 50 well-armed Arabs with her bare hands and plucked out their eyes. No one could touch her. She commanded all her warriors, her female warriors, to fight naked and rub crude oil from under the earth on their skin. Zakaira, chief of the male warriors, killed over 100 Arabs in the blackness of night. And as the sun rose on the 4th day, not a single Arab on the battlefield was seen alive. They were all decapitated. All their heads were missing. It is important to note that when in the heat of battle, the Ihiose warriors have no desire to live. How could anyone defeat fighters who have no desire to stay alive? It is impossible when the whole army have that same attitude. Such is the spirit of the great Ihiose. In those days, the fear of death could not exist among our warriors. Why? We had boomerang technology. Why would a ruler who had over 20,000 warriors send only 70 warriors to fight 400 Arab invaders? Astrologically, the doggone people of Mali knew about planets that astrologers only discovered 30 years ago. They knew how to charge their boomerangs with interplanetary cosmic energy at every full moon. A boomerang is an L-shaped weapon that easily chops off the heads of the enemy and returns to the hand of the warrior who threw it. But in the year 1165 BC, the University of Timbuktu The place where we charged our boomerangs was attacked by the Hyksos, a band of terrorists from Asia. It was a surprise attack. The university was destroyed, and many of our highest elders were killed. We lost boomerang technology that year, and the Mali Empire fell for as long as 65 years. Now, look what has become of our people. 400 years of slavery has turned lions into lambs, but not forever. For like an ancient riverbed, our power will, like a long lost spring, form a new river, and our technologies of old shall reappear. 2024 is a year of Ihioze. Every child born in that year will be an Ihioze warrior. Every pregnant woman of our race should wait proudly to see their children. Every father who is blessed with an Ihioze child should salute to the gods. The Ihioze personality is something to talk about because the mighty and magnificent Ihioze is someone to stir the imagination. No one alive is more energetic than an Ihioze person. In mind, heart, and soul, Ihioze is strong and constantly on the go. Ihioze is generous and forgiving, especially toward people who hate him. He or she is a charitable soul. Ihioze grudges no one. He's merciful and would give any amount of money to help those who are in need. But Ihioze is also egotistical and terribly demanding and unreasonable when he is negative. Still, everyone tends to admire the Ihioze person. He or she is very proud and very direct. They say what they mean exactly, no beating around the bush. Ihioze decides early in life what sort of standards he will defend, and he demands the same high standards and perfection from others that he has for himself. It is said that Ihioze behaves like an emperor. His spirit is the spirit of absolute power. The Ihioze person decides his own destiny and brings it to fulfillment. Even as a child, he will tend to take up important burdens and responsibilities, even if he happens to be the youngest person in the family. Often, older Ihioze children will bring up younger siblings with much more authority than the parents. Ihioze is born with the will and the potential for accomplishing great things, and everything he does on a grand scale. He would easily become fanatical over any issue. Whether good or bad, Ihioze is the talk of his town. He is indeed the guardian of wealth and power. Ihioze people are almost always prosperous. If you are deciding to oppose an Ihioze person, you soon find that he or she is impossible to contest. He intimidates anyone who would dare challenge him. When he is angry, he's really, really angry. And when he decides to go to war, no one could actually stop him. But in spite of his hot temper, he forgives others surprisingly easy. No matter how angry he is with a family member, he would very quickly help that person if ever that person needs his help. However, that person could also count on a severe lecture from Ihioze once the crisis is over. Ihioze don't mince words. He speaks like a great ruler. He believes in freedom of speech when he is the person that is speaking. But he feels that he is above the law and does not always practice what he preach. He wouldn't waste time with sweet words. No. He would much rather to be rough, rude, and inconsiderate when provoked. But please don't try to give him the same treatment. It simply won't work. Unless, of course, you happen to be an Ihioze person yourself and decide to do battle. Then we could all sit around and watch the magnificent fireworks that will make New Year's Day look like candles on a birthday cake. Ihioze people are not very romantic, not even sentimental. He takes love for granted. If you love him, fine. He thinks he deserves it anyway, so no big deal. Iose is all about business. Let the money flow. Falling in love is really not his thing. To know much more about Iose, you should subscribe to my YouTube channel. Type the word King Majesty. Then you will be informed when the book of Iose is finally released. And you could contact me at 876-844-2295 and get your copy. Iose is part of the first triangle of human compatibility. His most compatible partners are Abasi and Ibrahim. When these three are combined, they are literally unbeatable, unstoppable. They build empires while others are building ghettos. Iose's biggest issues is with Kamau. These two are opposites. Iose cannot control Kamau as he would control others. Iose is the ultimate warrior, but Kamau is the ultimate peacemaker. The truth is, no one could save Iose in the way Kamau would. And no one can save Kamau in the way Iose would once boundaries are established. These two can move mountains together. But Iose should not marry a Kamau person because whatever one desire, the other does not. This is wisdom unveiling. At this time, I would like to pay my respects to a very special woman, actually. Miss Pinky in California and her good bona fide brethren, Trevor in New York. Miss Pinky, big up yourself, sister. And I know you've been with us for years. We love you dearly. I'd also like to big up my brethren, Tabika Matondo in Zimbabwe, and our other brethren, Omowalo and Ziki in South Africa. Big up on the chest. Okay. Now, with the kind compliments of Havco Herbs and Extracts, Havco Herbs and Extracts, they're herbal designers who design herbal medicines to cater for your needs. With their kind compliments, I like to give you some African names, but this time I want to give you some African surnames, some last names. Some of them had meanings, some of them I don't know the meaning, but I'll give you some of them. I'll give you them anyway. This first one is Okaome. Okaome. O-K-A-O-M-E. See, you may have a slave master's last name like Brown or Jones or whatever. Really and truly, it's not really very intelligent to have the last name of a person who enslaved you for 400 years. And if you want to grab an African last name instead, hey, be my guest. Take your pen, write it down. Okaome. O-K-A-O-M-E. Okaome. The name actually means he says and does as he said he would do. It is a Yoruba name out of Nigeria. Really. Here's another one. Okpuzu. Okpuzu. O-K-P-U-Z-U. Okpuzu. That is an Igbo name out of Nigeria. Let's give you another Igbo name. Omengboji. Omengboji. O-M-E-N-G-B-O-J-I. That's O-M-E-N-G-B-O-J-I. Omengboji is an Igbo name. It means he demonstrates his richness when he is rich. Omengboji. Here's another one from the Igbo tribe in Nigeria. Omenuko. Omenuko. O-M-E-N-U-K-O. That's O-M-E-N-U-K-O. Omenuko It means one who acts in time of scarcity. This is last names, you know. But if you want a Rwandan name, I'll give you one from Rwanda. Bizimongo. Bizimongo. Bizimungu. That's Bizimungu. Bizimongo. It means only God knows. Let me give you a handful of last names without the meanings. From the Zulu tribe, I'll give you Ngoye, Ngoyi, Ngoye. Engulule, Ngulule, Engulule. Nkosi, that's Nkosi. And Nziki, Nziki. Now out of Swaziland, let me give you a few of them. Kanya, Khanya. That's Kanya, Khanya. Remember, this is last names, you know. Koza, Khoza. Makubu, Makhubu. Mazuku, Masuku. Nkuku, Nquku. And Shangwe, Shongwe. Shangwe, Shongwe. And of course, out of Zaire, I'll give you a few. Kibasa, Kibassa. Kitenge, Kitenge. Kiziki, Kiziki. Makakula, Makakula. That's Makakula, Makakula. Makakula. Masamba, Massamba. That's Masamba, Massamba. And finally, I'll give you three from Uganda. Bategwa, Bategwa. Bategwa, Bategwa. Adriko, Adriko. Adriko. And Adiebo, Adyebo. Those three last ones, they're from Uganda. So there you have it. African names, but African last names, African surnames. You don't have to carry the name of somebody who enslaved you for 400 years. You can choose some names from whom if you so desire. Yeah, it's right here. Now, I want to talk about at least two more types of our people. The Fadil people, and the Gamba people. First, let's talk about Fadil. They call them people born the year of the snake, but it's Fadil. If an African empire should exist again, we would have to have our own secret service, as we did in ancient Mali under Mansa Sandiata Keita and Mansa Musa. Why does America have the CIA? Why does Britain have MI6? Why does Israel have the Masood? Hey, why does Russia have the KGB? Now, it is clear that an empire is never complete without a secret service organization. What does the secret service do? I wish I could tell you, but it is the ultimate secret. and the ultimate service. And people get to know only on a need to know basis. As a matter of fact, those who say don't really know, and those who really, really know don't ever say. The Secret Service is so dangerously secretive that not even the ruler of the land, whether he be king, president, emperor, whatever, not even the ruler of the land would always get to know what they have planned, what they are planning, or even what they have done. But whatever they do, good or evil, it is in order to protect the empire. If the African world should have a secret service again, very special people will be chosen to lead it. Those people should be the Fadil people. Are you a Fadil person? If you are, it is important to note that every 12 years, for the whole year, starting February 6 to February 5 of the next year, all the children born are called Fadil. The word Fadil belongs to a great African elder from the Arabic North Africa. The word Fadil means generous. There are 5 elements of Fadil people. The Fadil years are as follows. 1929 produced earth Fadil. 1941 metal. 1953 water. 1965 nature or wood. 1977 fire. 1989 earth. 2001 metal. 2013 water. 2025 will be wood again. 2037 fire. 2049 earth. 2061 will be metal. The last time Africa saw Fadil in action was during the reign of the great Mansa Musa in the kingdom of Mali. The great Mansa Musa knew wherever enemies were, how and when they would attack Mali, and why. He was well informed thanks to his secret service, the House of Fadil. The Fadil clan were the greatest in espionage. They had spies everywhere, in every African tribe, and were paid secretly in gold by agents of Mansa Musa. In those days, birds were used to send messages hundreds, even thousands of miles away. Those birds are now unemployed, and we have them even today in every country where black people live. We call them pigeons. They are excellent messengers. They never ever fail to deliver the message. For instance, people would have pigeons belonging to each other. If I want to send a message to Negril and I'm living in St. Mary, I will attach a message to the feet of a pigeon belonging to a friend in Montego Bay. The pigeon would gladly fly home to his loved ones in Montego Bay. And my friend would read the note and realize that it must go to a partner in Negril. He would then take a pigeon belonging to that Negril associate and send it home with the message. He would then send me one of my own pigeons from his pigeon coop and let me know that he had received my message and had sent it on to Negril, the friend, the final destination. The associate in Negril would then send an answer to my message to the person in Montego Bay by his pigeon, and the Mobe person will send him a pigeon to say he received the message and send me one of my own pigeons with the message. So, in less than 3 days, we would send messages over thousands of miles by bird, a system that never failed because all messages were written in special codes that only agents could read and understand. Such is the wisdom and brilliance of the Fadil people. It is also true that every Fadil agent will have a Fadil child and Fadil grandchild to carry on the secret messaging service when an elder died. Now let's take a look at the Fadil personality. To know more, if you are a Fadil person, you should subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just type in the word King Majesty. Majesty. Make sure you subscribe so that when the Book of Fadil finally hits the streets, you will be one of the first to know. Fadil is the governor of the sixth heaven, situated in the southeast of the esoteric realm. Therefore, his ruling direction is south-southeast, and his hours for man to God contact is 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Fadil is best known as a financial wizard. They excel in banking, philosophy, theology, and politics. Of the 12 types of people in the human family, Fadil is the deepest thinker. Fadil is born blessed with a wisdom that is beyond reproach, a mystic in his own right. Not very talkative, the Fadil person is a lover of good books, great food, and music. A very private person. He tends to reach for the finer things in life. It is said that some of the most beautiful women and some of the most powerful men in this world are Fadil. So if you are a Fadil person, you are in very good company. Fadil generally relies on his or her own judgment and does not communicate well with others because he don't really trust others. He can be deeply religious or psychic or, on the other hand, totally hedonistic. Either way, he trusts his own judgment rather than outside advice. And very often, he's absolutely right. Like Ihiose, Fadil is a karmic sign. His life ends in triumph or tragedy as his past actions dictate. Fadil people are secretly very superstitious. People who do evil things in the other 11 signs normally get evil things done to them in their next lifetime. We call it karma, but Fadil is different. Whatever evil Fadil does tend to happen back to him in this same lifetime. We call it dharma. When Fadil is negative or angry, his hatred has no limit. His anger is open but intense and deep-rooted. He will be silent but hostile. And some Fadil people, especially those born during Fadil hours, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., will think seriously about crushing their enemies totally. No one could guess what a Fadil person would do or when. His calculation is above par, and he has the power to wait until the time is absolutely right for his revenge. If you really want to know more, get the Book of Fadil. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and be the first to grab your copy when the Book of Fadil is released. I would like to add that there's a wide variation of Fadil people. The most serious Fadil people are those born during the hours of Fadil. We call them the pure Fadil. But those born during the hours of a merciful sign like Hakizimana or Kamau will be less jealous and certainly less vicious when angry, but to know much more about yourself. If you are Fadil, the Book of Fadil is the key. Fadil is absolutely compatible with Jabari and Bandele. These three signs are members of the second triangle of human power and compatibility. When these three types of people come together, they can move mountains because nothing could stop them. Their empire is built on intelligence, force, and hard work. The people who would cause serious problems for the Fadil person is Lisimba. Fadil and Lisimba people should never get married or make children together because Lisimba cannot comprehend the deadly silence and anger of Fadil, and Fadil would never trust the friendliness, kindness, or generosity of Lisimba. Fadil would misunderstand Lisimba completely. There are a few rare cases where Fadil and Lisimba get along well, but it is rare indeed. Perhaps because of their both being born in the time zone of other compatible signs. Fadil and Lisimba is usually a very dangerous combination. Let's talk about Gamba. The name Gamba belonged to a great elder from East Africa, and it means well blessed. Gamba is a member of the third triangle of human power and compatibility. He shares this triangle with his best friends and most compatible partners, Chike and Kamau. Gamba is most incompatible with Abasi. A marriage between Gamba and Abasi is usually an awful marriage because these two have nothing in common and their wisdoms and ways are totally opposite. There are a few rare cases where they get along in love life, and those cases are rare indeed. Gamba is the governor of the seventh heaven, situated in the south of the esoteric realm. The Gamba person should face the south while in prayer or meditation. The ruling time from man to God contact for Gamba is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The people of Gamba arrives on planet Earth every 12 years. Like all other peoples, they enter through the great stargate, namely the vagina of their mother, as babies, then grow up to be the joy and blessing they really are to humanity. Those of you who see the womb and vagina of womankind as a special place, you are absolutely correct. For no one can land on earth from the esoteric realm or spiritual heavens except through the birth channel of a woman. Therefore, womankind should be respected even more than ever before because she is the gatekeeper of the stargate. Without her womb and vagina, no one, not even a daughter or son of God, can enter planet Earth as a physical being. Let me be very clear on that. So if you believe that there is a God and find it hard to understand that there's a goddess, there's something fundamentally wrong with your intelligence, something unfair about your theological thought process, something sickly about your imagination. You have been deceived by European stories all your life, and you need to wake up. In the African holistic concept of God, there is a goddess. I urge you, so called gentlemen, to see womankind through the eyes of admiration and respect. The years that produce the people of Gamba sends them to planet Earth from February 6 to February 5 of the next year. The Gamba years are ruled by five elements: 1930, metal; 1942, water; 1954, wood; 1966, fire; 1978, earth; 1990, metal; 2002, water; 2014, wood; 2026 will be ruled by fire; 2038, earth; 2050, metal; 2062, water. It is said that many unfortunate occurrences happen to the people of Fire Gamba, but this may be an ancient superstition. Those who are blessed are blessed. 1966 was our last Fire Gamba year. Fire Gamba comes every 60 years, as the cycle of elements is a 60-year cycle. Whatever element you are, your element of people returns when you are 60 years old. So a Gamba person can create a Gamba child every 12 years, but a child of his same element only when he's 60 years of age. We call that astrological cloning, an exact reproduction of yourself. Now let's take a look at the Gamba personality. Whether you are African, Asian, Eastern, Western, or European, you are Gamba and have the traits of Gamba when born in a Gamba year. A person born in the year of Gamba is a positive, likable, and very popular individual. Whether he or she be good looking or not, finding a sex partner or mate is rather easy because Gamba is like a magnet. Members of the opposite sex tend to get attracted to Gamba at first sight. Gamba is a really good communicator. He or she could talk for a whole day and grab the imagination of everyone. But Gamba lives and moves at high speed. Gamba would fall in love easily and fall out of love just as easily. The Gamba person tends to leave home early or take up a career that calls for constant traveling. Gamba is an adventurer at heart. He or she can manage money really well. And most of Gamba's savings is for one purpose only: travel. Gamba is full of energy and great ideas. And yes, no one could actually dress as well as Gamba, who is a lover of bright colors and eye catching designs. Gamba was born for sports. He or she would enjoy regular exercise. If you happen to visit a gym at any time, I can bet you that the gym instructor, the most of the people exercising in that gym who go there religiously are Gamba people. Seriously. Gamba love to exercise. He or she loves sports of all kinds: water sports, volleyball, basketball, tennis, cricket, you name it. Gamba people are there every time. Gamba love to travel far and wide. Gamba love the mountains, the valleys, the rivers. And why do Gamba people work so hard and manage money so well? Every day Gamba thinks about going somewhere far, far away. He or she is saving money to buy that plane ticket. If you go to any far off corner of the world and meet someone from your country or village, far, far away from home, let me tell you, that must be a Gamba person. A friend of mine went to China a few years ago. I met a beautiful woman from Nigeria. He is a Gamba person from Jamaica. She is a Gamba person from Nigeria. Those two got married in China and spent their honeymoon in Russia. My mouth fell open when I heard their story. The last time I heard from them, they were in Switzerland hiking through some mountains called the Swiss Alps. Imagine that. What an unstable type of people. The problem with Gamba is that he is susceptible to the perils of love. He could easily lose everything if he falls head over heels in love. He may have many affairs and that end unhappily, or even several marriages and divorces. His very best friends or best partners in love is Chike, Kamau, and Hakezimana. To know more about Gamba, you should subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll know when the book of Gamba is released. Then you could call me and order it. Type the words King Majesty and get on my YouTube channel. Check it out. Finally, I'd like to talk a little bit about Mali. Now, the great Mansa Musa was the king of Mali from 1312 CE to 1337 CE. During his reign, Mali was one of the richest kingdoms of Africa, and Mansa Musa was the richest individual in the world. Mansa Musa became very well known when he made a pilgrimage to Mecca, spending extravagantly along the way in 1324. This pilgrimage became well known as he traveled with 60,000 soldiers and other servants and personnel. He had dozens and dozens of elephants and camels and horses carrying thousands of pounds of gold. While on his pilgrimage, King Mansa Musa employed Islamic architects and scholars to come back to Mali and establish foundations for the Islam religion, and as educators to teach the knowledge of the Islamic religion. These people returned to his kingdom and built mosques and provided education for his schools and universities. Mansa Musa became the ruler of Mali in 1312 CE. The word Mansa means emperor. He inherited an already prosperous kingdom and was wealthy due to the salt and gold mines in his homelands. Mansa Musa's fortune at that time would be worth about 400 billion US dollars today. However, his knowledge of astrology, numerology, and the human condition was priceless. He was the owner of the first university on planet Earth, the University of Timbuktu, the only place that ever taught advanced wisdom as a science. According to African historians, the great Mansa Musa traveled to Mecca with over 2,000 slaves. On leaving Mecca, he freed all his slaves and made them unthinkably rich with gold, diamonds, and money. But on his return to Mali, he was surprised to see that all his ex-slaves had followed him home, pledging to stay with him until the end of his days. Because being in his presence was to them the greatest wealth of all. This speaks volumes of the ways and glory of the great, great emperor Mansa Musa. It was during the reign of Emperor Mansa Sandiata Keita that the empire lost boomerang technology but stood firm as an empire for hundreds of years after. And one of the greatest secret service, as I said before, was in the time of Sandiata Keita and Mansa Musa. Let's talk a little bit more about Mali, for those of you who have no idea of run-ins in the African world in past times. The Mali Empire began as a small Mandinka kingdom at the upper source of the Niger River, centered around the Manding region. It began to develop during the 11th and 12th centuries as the Ghana Empire or Ouagadougou. Then it declined as trade routes shifted southward. The history of the Mali Empire before the 13th century is unclear, as there are conflicting and imprecise accounts by both Arab chroniclers and oral traditionalists. The first ruler for which there is accurate written information is Sandiata Keita, a warrior prince of the Keita dynasty, who was called upon to free the local people from the rule of the king of the Soso Empire, Somiaro Kante. The conquest of Soso in c. 1235 marked the emergence of Mali as a major power. Following the death of Sandiata Keita in c. 1255, the kings of Mali were referred to by the title Mansa. In c. 1285, Sakura, a former royal court slave, became emperor and was one of Mali's most powerful rulers. You see, so when we had slaves, we treated them differently. They can rise to power. You know, it wasn't some harsh treatment. It's just that we used the word slave, but they were really servants, you know. Not like the kind of slavery what the European had us in. Anyway, Sakura, a former royal court slave, which was really a servant, became emperor and was one of Mali's most powerful rulers, greatly expanding the empire's territory. He made a pilgrimage to Mecca during the reign of Mamluk Sultan or Nazir Muhammad in 1298 to 1308, but died on his voyage home. Mansa Musa took the throne in c. 1312. He made a famous pilgrimage to Mecca from 1324 to 1326, where his generous gifts and his expenditure of gold caused significant inflation in Egypt. Mansa Mekan I succeeded him in 1337, but was deposed or overthrown by his uncle Suleiman in 1341. It was during Suleiman's 19-year reign that Ibn Battuta visited Mali. Suleiman's death marked the end of Mali's golden age and the beginning of a slow decline. All those times, the continent of Africa was called and known as Alkebulan. Now, the Tariqa of Sudan records that Mali was still a sizable state in the 15th century. At that time, the Venetian explorer Alvise Cadamosto and Portuguese traders confirmed that the peoples of the Gambia were still subjects to the Mansa, the emperor of Mali. Now, upon Leo Africanus' visit at the beginning of the 16th century, his descriptions of the territorial domains of Mali showed that it was still a sizable kingdom of considerable size. Europeans named Alkebulan Africa after him, after Leo Africanus, because he gave them the vital information as to how to divide up the land for their conquest. Anyway, from 1507 onwards, neighboring states such as Dera, Great Fulo, and the Songhai Empire chipped away at Mali's borders. In 1542, the Songhai invaded the capital but were unsuccessful in conquering the Mali Empire. During the 17th century, the Mali Empire faced incursions from the Bamana Empire, who ultimately sacked and burnt the capital in 1670. The Mali Empire rapidly disintegrated, being replaced by independent chiefdoms. The Kaitas retreated to the town of Kangaba, where they became provincial chiefs. This is wisdom unveiling. It's now 3:01, 1 minute after 3 o'clock. Those of you who want to get a reading done can call. The numbers are 876 926 2178, 876 926 8631, and 876 926 7615. Now, for people who want to eat safely, it is important that you get a pen and write down these codes, because a lot of things that look innocent have things in them that you wouldn't want. Seriously. But before I give you those codes, let's see who's here. Greetings. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, how you do?
Not bad.
How can I help you?
Like I can't do it.
Let's do it. Call any number in the range of 1 to 10.
7.
7? Okay, hold on. Come again.
5.
Come again.
2.
Come again.
4.
Come again.
1.
Come again.
3.
Come again.
5.
That's it. Okay, when is your birthday?
The 8th of January 69.
The 8th of what?
January 69.
1959?
Yeah.
59, okay. So, 8th of January 59. So you're born in December year, but you're a Camo person because you're born before December year begin in February. So you're a Camo, okay?
Yeah.
In China, they say you're born the year of the dog, all right? And that make you a very special person, my friend. You're born on the 8th day, which means that you are a humanitarian. If you had the money, you'll help a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Your prayer time is between 7 o'clock in the night and 9 o'clock in the night, okay?
Yeah.
Your direction to face is about an inch to the right side of the setting sun, because your direction is west northwest. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's see what your cards say. Your very first card here is the Fool. That means that you made a few wrong turns in life, you know?
Yeah.
You just have to learn from it, right?
Yeah.
You have another card here now called the Priest, which means that you don't have no curse. You're well blessed still. It's just that you made some wrong turns, you know?
Yeah.
You just didn't move as right as you should, but you're still blessed, okay?
Yeah.
Another card here now, and it is oppression. Have you ever been arrested?
Yeah.
You get locked up?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still locked up right now?
No, no.
Okay. How long you spent locked up?
The longest I spent in jail is 9 days.
Long 9 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this card, oppression, shows that it is something you had to go through. There's something that you came on earth to learn, and all that was part of the process. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all about learning. There's another card here now, and it's called adaptation. Have you ever traveled?
No.
You're going to get a chance to travel. Someone is going to offer you a job in another island or another place or another country. Okay?
Yeah.
There's another card here, so now, that says the Queen of Reason. Do you have a wife?
No.
You have a girlfriend?
No.
Well, you're going to get one, you know. Because there's a Queen card here for you. So don't give up, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's another card here, and it's prudent, suggesting that you could live into your 90s. Do you drink rum?
Used to.
You give it up?
Yeah.
Man, that's one of the greatest things you ever did. Don't go back there, okay?
Yeah.
Because it is the one thing that can block your progress for sure. And your last card is the Magician, which means that there's going to be a miracle in your life. Something you never know that you can get, you will get. Don't give up, okay? So what's your biggest question? What's bothering you?
Oh, what do you do better,
Huh?
unemployment.
Pardon?
Unemployed.
Unemployment?
Yeah.
Look, if you're unemployed, you have to find ways to employ yourself.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
You must can create some way to make money, you know.
Yeah.
Can you cook?
Yeah.
All right. You live somewhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have a stove?
Sure.
Does the stove have an oven?
Yeah.
Well, make some patties. You can go on the internet and Google and they'll show you how to make patties, you know. Make some patties and sell, man. Okay?
Yeah.
What's your age right now?
Yeah.
How old you are?
64.
Good. A man your age, right? It cannot be that a man your age is going to starve to death if another man don't give you a job. That is ridiculous. Okay?
Yeah.
You're old enough to figure out how you can give yourself a job. Everybody love to eat and everybody love patties, right?
Yeah.
Man, make some patties and sell them from your house, from wherever you live. All you got to do is make a few dozen patties and give them away free, right?
Yeah.
So people can taste it. Nobody can refuse a patty.
Yeah.
Patty come like magic. And once them taste your patty, they gonna want more. You don't need to put the meat in it, you know. Patties can make with simple material like Irish potato, split peas, pepper,
Yeah.
curry or turmeric. Some simple things, coconut milk. You know, you can make patties. Sell them cheap. Make some lemonade. Sell that cheap too. And build up a vibe. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to be hungry because somebody don't give you a job. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, Father.
Listen, at your age, right? You shouldn't even want a job. When you reach that age, you're supposed to have enough wisdom, enough knowledge, enough survival powers to make yourself survive.
Yeah.
So go for it, okay?
Yeah, Father.
Yes, man. Any questions?
Oh, really?
You take care of yourself, okay?
Yeah, okay. So,
Blessed. Yes, yes. You know, there's a lot of people dying and a lot who will actually be dead in a short space of time because of things that they're given and them don't know that they're given these things. Most deodorants right now, whether roll-on or sprays, the active ingredient is aluminium, and aluminium give cancer. You know, a lot of women who use those roll-on deodorants end up with breast cancer. Um, so please read the label on your roll-ons and your deodorant sprays and your perfumes. Avoid the ones that mark aluminium. If the active ingredient is aluminum or aluminium, well, be very careful. That is not the way to go because it's a serious cancer causing agent. And we would like our people to be alive years from now. So let's save each other. And then now, for some odd reason, some weird reason, a lot of things that a vegetarian would just buy and trust have things in it that they never know is in it. Right? I mean, I went to buy a very special milk the other day, and the milk, not cow's milk, another type of milk, you know, it had things in it. It had beef in it. I mean, really? So read, you know, write down these codes. E322 is beef. Any product that have E322 in the ingredients, you know beef in there. If you see E422, it have alcohol in there. If you have E442, it's alcohol and chemical, serious chemical too. If you have E471, it is beef and alcohol mixed together in there. If you see E476, it is alcohol. And E481 is a mixture of beef and pork in there. If you see E627, it have dangerous chemicals in it. Chemicals that they know will destroy you. It's in there. If you see E472 is a mixture of beef, some of the strange meat, and pork. Wow. If you see E220 or E120 or E904, trust me, that product contains insects. Please, write these codes down. Why should you be eating insects and don't know? Eating pork, you may be Adventist and happen to be eating pork and don't know. You could be a Rasta man, end up eating beef and don't know. Because you buy a nice drink that is vegetarian, but it got beef in it. I mean, come on. We must open our eyes, or we're gone forever. This is wisdom unveiling. Do you have cholesterol problems? Well, there's some simple things you can do. First of all, honey is a good thing. Yeah, and cinnamon powder too. Now, honey is the only food on the planet that will never spoil nor rot. Honey will never change. When left in a dark place for a long time, years and years and years and years, it will crystallize. When this happens, you know, loosen the lid, boil some hot water, and sit the honey container in the water, but turn off the heat. Let it liquefy naturally. It will be again as good as it ever was. Never boil honey nor put it in a microwave. And never stir honey with a iron spoon, a metal spoon. No, always stir honey with a spoon made from wood, because that does something bad to the honey and metal. Okay? Remember, honey is made from trees. Honey is the element of wood. It's not the element of metal. Now, if you put honey in a microwave, it will kill the enzymes in the honey. It is a known fact that a mixture of honey and cinnamon together cures many diseases and can always be used without any side effects. Weekly World News, a magazine in Canada, in its issue date of January 17, 1995, has given the following lists of diseases that might be cured by honey and cinnamon, as researched by Western scientists. Of course, all of you can easily go to the supermarket and buy some cinnamon powder. Now, for heart trouble, make a paste of honey and cinnamon powder. Apply it on bread, like jelly, and eat it regularly for breakfast. That strengthens your heart like mad. It reduces the cholesterol in your arteries and might save someone from a heart attack. Arthritis patients may take it daily, morning and night. 1 cup of hot water with 2 tablespoons of honey and a small teaspoon of cinnamon powder. When taken regularly, it will help with chronic arthritis. And if you got cholesterol problem, 2 tablespoons of honey and 3 teaspoons full of cinnamon powder, mix in a 16 ounce of hot water, will give you the cholesterol level reduction of 10% in 2 hours, Colds. Those suffering from common or severe colds should take 1 tablespoon lukewarm of honey with a quarter spoon of cinnamon powder for 3 days. So 1 tablespoon full of honey in lukewarm water with a quarter spoon of cinnamon powder for 3 days. And this would cure the most chronic colds and clear your sinuses too. For the immune system, cinnamon powder and honey, when used daily, will strengthen the immune system and protect the body from bacterial and viral attacks. For indigestion, cinnamon powder sprinkle on 2 tablespoons of honey, taken before food is eaten. Release acidity and digest the heaviest of meals. Okay. For when this happens, boil some water, loosen the lid. Okay. For sore throat, if your throat is raspy and sore, take 1 tablespoon of honey and sip slowly until it's gone. Repeat every 3 hours. For skin infections and eczema, do that too. For skin infections, apply honey and cinnamon powder in equal amounts. This is known to help to cure all skin infections, including eczema. For weight loss or heart troubles, take honey with cinnamon powder daily in the morning, 1/2 hour before breakfast, and on an empty stomach, and on the night before sleeping. Drink honey and cinnamon powder, boil in 1 cup of hot water. Take it regularly, and it will allow the fat or the cholesterol to move your cholesterol, man. Remember, take care of your health. It is your greatest asset. So don't forget, honey with cinnamon powder. You can even add a little bicarbonate soda too. And this will change your body from acidic to alkaline and defeat any virus, even cancer, especially when taken at night time. So, honey and cinnamon powder. Cinnamon powder is the cheapest thing to buy in any supermarket. Honey is everywhere. Keep that in your bedroom, on your table, in your bedroom. Deal with that. Save yourself. It's all about saving the nation. Greetings.
Night,
Good
man.
night. Yeah, how you do?
I'm there listening, you know, educate the people, you know. Donovan.
Yeah, how you do? Yes, you cool? You cool?
Yeah, man, me are listening, you know, because the people might eat out of the aluminum pot or cook in the aluminum pot and no one really educate them like how you educate them, you know.
Yeah, well, aluminum
Yes,
is
you
a poison.
Yes, because, you know, say aluminum, you tell is one of the leading factor for Alzheimer.
Yes, yes.
Alzheimer, people who see have Alzheimer, you know, it goes straight to the brain.
Yep.
Straight up the people. All them soft drink, we also not drink out of them tin, beer and everything. They don't have educate, you know.
The most important thing is that we're now talking. We're talking, you know?
Yeah?
So those who the knowledge is for will get it.
You know?
But some people don't care. Listen, some people don't care now.
No, man, you know, see, Alzheimer people.
Yeah.
Those pots will not throw them away. People can get different pot and cook in the rice and peas.
You know there's a kind of a glass pot out there.
Yeah, yes.
There's all kind of pots out there. But when I was a youngster, I used to go to St. Lucia and buy yaba pot, clay pots.
Yeah, yeah, but
Man, they're the nicest thing me ever cook with, because when you're cooking rice, right?
yeah,
When you put in the rice, you have to take the pot off the fire.
yeah,
And you can watch it boil and boil and boil and boil like it's still on the fire, you know.
yeah.
Until the rice cook, you know. Once you put in the rice,
Mhm.
in the you cook the peas, right?
Yeah,
You put in the rice and take off the pot. That's it.
yeah, man.
And
The
it cooked
people,
perfectly.
and so much of our people here suffer with Alzheimer.
Well,
you know, brain
But
and
I just said before, you know, that aluminium really is the culprit, you know?
yeah, man, and some of the pots them with the people.
But no, all the pots, everybody use the aluminum pots.
Yes, and these people, oh Lord, if I don't get the aluminum pot to do the pork, man, I can't eat the pork. You know, they're talking about cancer. There's some bit cancer where you get from all these food here, people. You wouldn't imagine, but you know, people, you like breast cancer. You have food in all.
Yeah, we become potaholics, but what really giving people breast cancer real fast now is the those roll-on, the underarm deodorants.
Yeah.
It attack them from that delicate area under the armpit there.
Yeah.
And it goes straight to the breast.
Yeah, man.
That's why it's important that people read the labels of things before they buy. You're working too hard for your money to spend it on something that will kill you.
Yeah, you know, and
right?
people, if you people like people who have your farm, your arm have a hold on it, you can use the lemon, you know.
Yeah, but you also have deodorants that don't have that, you know, don't have the aluminum in it, right?
Yeah.
You can find them. And listen, another thing that killing people too, you see the cars, them?
Mm-hmm.
All cars have poison in the dashboard, you know. They build them with poison in dashboard. And that poison, when you get in a car, if you see a car parked somewhere in the sun, when you pull the car door, you smell the dashboard.
Yeah, man, yeah, you see that smell.
That's a dangerous poison. So you have to roll down the glass and let in there air out, because once that enters your bloodstream, there's none to take it out, and it gives people blood cancer, which is leukemia.
Look at our cucumber we have here. How much people know that the benefit that cucumber carry? People have so much eye problem. You have to do research, people. So much eye problem where you can use a cucumber.
Yes.
Cucumber with carrot, 2 carrot, and even half of a cucumber and parsley. People are struggle with macular degeneration. and cataract. If you combine cucumber, 2 carrot, and some parsley carry vitamin C in it,
Yes,
and
yes.
blend it and straight and squeeze some lemon juice in it. You can tell cataract, glaucoma go away.
But if you add celery,
You know?
celery is even more powerful than parsley, for the eyes,
Yes, parsley. If you have cataract hungry, you just drink it.
So you're drinking the cucumber juice with carrot
Parsley,
juice. You mean drink the cucumber juice with carrot juice with parsley juice?
You know?
Like blend them all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cucumber, 2 nice carrot, and some parsley blend. And when you blend, you squeeze it lemon juice and strain and drink it for 7 mornings straight.
Right.
And you even talk about turmeric with honey.
Right.
3 turmeric with honey, there, man. For your
Honey,
couple of the immune
honey is a
system.
key. Honey is a major key. A
Yes,
major key.
That's that. You see, you talk about cinnamon.
Yes.
Cinnamon, if you're angling money, and you can't keep the money, you spend, you find, boy, you can't save any money. You throw some cinnamon in your hand and wash, rub up and wash. Yeah. Or you can put some cinnamon in your bag and then like a bag.
Yeah, but you know that's somebody would tell you that that's bordering on superstition. But these things have truths in them,
Yeah. Even in your house.
Even some superstitions have truths in it,
Yeah, even in your house.
Yeah.
Your house have your violent people making confusion in the house.
Yeah.
You get cinnamon. Yeah?
Confusion?
You wipe the house out.
You mean people quarreling in the house?
Yeah, like people, it's like, the house, confusion.
Uh-huh.
You like to have confusion. You get your cinnamon and you get a nice clean bucket. Yeah?
Uh-huh.
And you wipe the house out with the cinnamon.
The cinnamon.
Prosperity. Cinnamon is in the Bible, prosperity.
Yes,
Cinnamon,
yes.
Revelation, cinnamon.
Yeah, listen. I got to move here.
All right. Okay.
You take it easy. Take it easy.
Good.
And thanks for the call, man.
Yeah, man. Good.
Bless. Yeah, I'd like to big up my brethren from Mango Valley in St. Mary, a brethren named Dapper. I haven't seen the herbalist Dapper, better known as Dr. Sex, for a long time. So if Dapper all right, if Dapper is around, tell Dapper King Majesty was asking for him, because nowadays when you miss a man, off the street, after a while, you're kind of sad when you hear why you miss the man. I don't want to miss Dapper. Dapper is a man that full of love, full of grace. So make him know that we love him, Yeah. And big up all the herbalists, as I said before, in the world. Yeah. Because there must be someone out there to help the people to save themselves from the onslaught that is happening and is to happen and was happening all along. Now, some people have memory problems, and as Donovan was telling me just now, the aluminum is messing them up, giving them Alzheimer's, which I know is part of the onslaught. So look around and see if you get a more sensible pot to cook in, and avoid every product with aluminum in it. Now, there's a herbal combination that you can get on the internet named Sen, S-E-N. Sen is for senility, or Remem, R-E-M-E-M. The physiologic action of this formula, but it contains remarkable rejuvenating properties that nourish the brain cells and tissues and improves their ability to perform mental functions. And some of the herbs in it is simple. Herbs like cayenne, ginkgo, gotokola, Korean ginseng, and lobelia. And the vitamins involved is choline and lecithin. The minerals is a multi-mineral complex. There's a book called Mental Alertness by Donsbach, D-O-N-S-B-A-C-H. Oh, these are good herbalists, Mental Alertness by Donsbach, or The Vitamin Bible by E. Mendel. So look these books, man. Mental Alertness by Donsbach and The Vitamin Bible by E. Mendel. Please Grab these things. Research, study, no more, because it is important that we save ourselves and save our people from the onslaught. Yeah, it's like a war going on. Believe you me. Oh boy. Let's see here. Now, let's talk about something real normal now. It is called the walk, the gift of walking. It is important to understand that the human body was designed to walk. Our bodies function better when we walk. We are healthier in hundreds of ways when we walk. There's almost nothing we can do for our own personal health that creates more benefit than walking. Walking 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, actually reduces the rate of people becoming diabetic by over half. We have an epidemic of diabetes here in the Western Hemisphere. The number of diabetics have doubled over the last 10 years. And people are saying that over 40% of the healthcare funding goes to the diabetic program around the world. We could cut the number of new diabetics by more than half if people simply walk for half hour a day, 5 days a week. The benefits of walking are so good that they are hard to believe. We are far less likely to have strokes, heart disease, and high blood pressure when we walk. When we walk, there's a 43% reduction in the risk of stroke. Walking reduces hypertension. The human body has over 100,000 miles of blood vessels. Those blood vessels are more supple and healthy when you walk. Walking is clearly what our body is designed by God and Mother Nature to do. We resist disease more effectively when we walk. Walking cuts the risk of chronic conditions, and walking improves our body's ability to resist cancer or recover from cancer. A woman who walks would have a 20% likelihood of not getting breast cancer and a 31% likelihood of not getting colon cancer. Men who walk are two-thirds less likely to get prostate cancer and a 60% lower risk of colon cancer. Men who do have prostate cancer who walk will have a 46% lower chance of dying from prostate cancer than men who have prostate cancer and don't walk. Women with breast cancer who walk will have a 50% reduction. Walking at adolescence cut down the risk of having cancer later on in life by 60%. Your body needs to walk. We have better internal chemistry when we walk. We are significantly less likely to catch a cold when we walk. People who walk 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, have a 45% shorter symptom time when we catch a cold. Walking has shown to reduce the cell deterioration in the brains of people who are genetically at risk of getting Alzheimer's disease. Walking actually increases brain health and the size of the brain of people over the age of 60. Walking can have a major positive impact on depression. Studies have shown that walking 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, have a more positive impact than most of the antidepressant medication and would significantly increase the effectiveness of the medications. Hey, people who walk will also be significantly happier and less likely to be depressed. Walking creates positive neurochemicals, and it is the easiest exercise strategy to maintain over time. It doesn't take much effort to walk. It doesn't take much equipment to walk. You don't need to run or jog or swim to get the benefits of walking. The human physiological need to walk is a basic need that we can meet by just walking. Hey, walking strengthens the heart. Walking strengthens our bones. Walking half hour a day has countless health benefits that exceeds the benefits of losing 20 pounds. In fact, an overweight person who walk will have a lower health risk than a slim person who don't walk. The health risk of walking is great. The medical benefits of walking is huge. The very best news is that we don't have to walk a straight 30 minutes. We can break it up into shorter intervals and still benefit hugely from walking. We can walk 15 minutes twice a day and get the same health benefits. Two 20-minute walks a day will do great things for the human body. We all need to walk. We owe it to ourselves. We would be healthier and stronger and happier as a people if we would only walk 30 minutes a day. This, my friends, is wisdom unveiling. It's now 3:54 in Jamaica. You know, it is important that we understand that the simplest of things is our saviors. The simplest. They're not more simple than walking, but it can save your life. Yeah. And at this time, we like to talk about dreams. What did you dream lately? Well, let me give you some clues, some hints. Suppose you dream you see a jockey. Well, it will signify you will go on a pleasant trip. If you see a jockey riding, his horse, it denotes a happy marriage and many beautiful children. All right. Now, if you dream you see a joiner is a person who makes furniture. To see one at work denotes an early settlement of your affairs, followed by great wealth and happiness. To speak to a joiner denotes an early marriage, which will prove to be very fortunate. Journey. If you dream that you travel a long distance, it denotes embarrassment followed by joy. Joy. To dream that you are overjoyed denotes a pleasant surprise, which will be the sequence of joy and happiness. Judge. To dream that you are brought before a judge denotes that your liberty is in danger. You may get locked up. Jumping. To jump in your sleep denote that someone in your family is in great trouble and needs your assistance. Jungle. To dream that you are in the jungle, like in the forest, it denotes sadness. To be lost in the jungle signifies an unfortunate investment. Jury. To dream of a jury, of 12 men denotes that you will be accused of something of which you are innocent. To talk to those jury people denotes security in all business transactions. Kangaroo. If you dream you see a kangaroo, it denotes willpower and animosity. A keg. To dream that you see an empty keg denotes trouble from an unexpected source. A filled keg denotes wealth and much happiness, accompanied by the picture of good health. Kerosene. If you dream you see kerosene, it denotes trouble and anxiety of short duration. To spill it, denotes sadness. If you dream you see a kettle, it denotes that a friend whom you have not seen for many years is going to visit you. And if you dream you see keys, to dream of having a bunch of keys denotes security in business. It also denotes true and everlasting friendship. But to see your personal keys, denotes an unfortunate investment. Kick. Well, to dream of being kicked denotes disgrace. It also denotes degradation of your character. To kick someone denotes honor and dignity. It is a sign of power and prominence. Kidnap. To dream that you are being kidnapped denotes notoriety and prudence. Kidneys. To dream that your kidneys, to dream of your kidneys denotes that you will be slandered by a dear friend. Bad kidneys signify loss of appetite. It also indicates selfishness. To dream of seeing someone get killed by an accident or in any other way denotes serious trouble. But to kill someone denotes misfortune through carelessness. Hey, to dream that you are very kind is a sign of difficulty and misfortune. Hey, you dream that you see a king sitting upon his throne denotes prosperity. But to see a fallen king, dishonor. To argue with one signifies popularity. All right. Kiss. To dream that you kiss a pretty girl denotes good fortune on the following day, especially in buying lottery tickets and those things there. To kiss an old maid, though, it means misfortune and sorrows. Kitchen. If you dream that you are in the kitchen preparing meals, it signifies prosperity in the near future. Kite. If you dream you're flying a kite, it denotes that you will become prominent in the community in which you are now living and be happy. To see a kite flying by others denotes riches. Knives denotes mischief from one whom you have always trusted. To use a knife signifies that you will lose control over yourself and do harm to one whom you love dearly. Knowledge. To dream that you possess a great deal of knowledge denotes obscurity. Now, if you dream you see the Ku Klux Klan, it denotes a dangerous undertaking. You should be very careful in business transactions. Labor. To dream that you labor signifies hardship, which will not last very long, but in the end you will be happy. To see others labor, it means joy and profit. Ladder. If you dream you climb up a ladder, it denotes that you will succeed in your present undertakings. But to climb down the ladder denotes failure in your undertakings. If you dream you see many ladies gather in a conference, it denotes slander and misrepresentation. If you dream you see a naked lady, you see if she's shapely, if she look real good, it denotes an abundance of pleasure. If you dream you see a pregnant lady, it denotes that you will receive a letter which will contain very good news. A dark lady denotes profitable investments. A white lady denotes losses. To dream that you are being kissed by a pretty lady is a sign of approaching marriage. Okay, let's say you go by a lake. To see a lake of clear water denotes wealth and much happiness. This is truly an omen of success. A lake of muddy water signifies misfortune. Land. To dream that you travel to a distant land denotes a misunderstanding among friends. Landlady. To dream of your landlady, denotes that you are a dishonest, lazy creature. This dream warns you to change your ways and mode of living. Lantern. To dream of a lantern denotes friendship and good humor. Lamp post, like a GPS light post, denotes profit and loss. Lamp. To see a lamp denotes great learning, and if burning bright. To see a dim lit lamp denotes that you will not succeed in obtaining your goal. It's now 8 minutes after 4. Hold on. Laundry. To work in a laundry denotes industry. Laugh. To dream that you laugh denotes sadness. Lawn. To play and sport upon a lawn signifies prosperity followed by great happiness. Lawsuit. To be engaged in a lawsuit denotes that you will quarrel with one in power. Laxative. To dream that you take a laxative denotes a weak mind. Lazy person. To see a lazy person in your sleep denote that you will not profit by meddling in the affairs of others. Lease. To dream that you get piece of land to lease denotes security in business. Leaves. To dream of green leaves denotes death. Wow. Library. To visit a library denotes knowledge and powers. Lice. If you dream you see lice, it denotes secret enemies. To see others covered with lice denotes falsehood. To kill them denotes riches. To eat them, shame and grief. And finally, lightning. To see lightning denotes trouble. To be struck by lightning denotes that you are being envied by one who pretends to be your friend. Light. To see a bright light burning denotes great learning. It also promises great success. The dreamer should follow up his or her plans and put them into action. Greetings. Greetings.
Listen,
Yeah, how you do?
could I get a card reading, please?
Yes, man. Let's do it. Call any number in the range of 1 to 10.
5,
5. Hold on. Come again.
4,
Come again.
9,
Hold on. Come again.
6,
Come again.
8,
Come again.
3,
Come again.
7.
That's it. Okay, when is your birthday?
1951.
Pardon?
1951.
You born 1951?
Yeah,
What's the date?
24th of April.
Okay. So you're born 1951. You are a dowdy person. You're born the year of the rabbit, okay?
Thank you.
Are you in love?
I'm married.
Good. No, 24 is a prophecy. It's a good prophecy. Here's what 24 say. It says here, 24. It says here, people under this number will win friendships among the rich and powerful, and you will succeed famously in love and sex. Your sex partner or mate will do much for you, help you get somewhere in life, and influential people will come into your life to rescue you from hardship. So it's quite a good prophecy to be born on the 24th day, okay?
Thank you.
Is your marriage going okay?
Pretty sure.
Huh?
Yes, pretty sure.
Okay. Your first card right here shows the moon. Where's your wife?
He's in our bed.
Okay. Are you near to her?
Yes, I'm near to her.
Okay. According to this card, the moon, it means that you will be tested, okay?
Yeah?
Yes, there's some other female will try to intercept you. And if you allow that to happen, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble, you know?
I don't think that will happen again because I'm too old.
Too old, okay, that's good. But this card, the moon, shows that you will be tested somehow,
Okay.
right? So you don't have to do certain things to fail that test, you know?
I agree.
You understand? Some simple things mash up some good marriages, you know.
I know.
Yep. So be careful.
I will be.
You have a second card here now, and it's called the Tower. And the Tower is also a problem with love and marriage business. So you gotta be very careful because someone may actually tell a lie on you and it may look very real
Okay.
and run you in a serious difficulty. You have another card here now, and it shows a son. You have any sons?
I got two sons, but one is dead.
One died. And you got two alive?
Yes, two alive.
Okay. Well, one of your sons is going to have a very good investment, you know. One of your sons is going to do some very good business. You have another card here now, and it's a daughter. You have any daughters?
Yes, I got two daughters, but one dropped out of me.
One died. Well, the other one that's left, she's going to also do very well in her work, okay?
Yes, she's a police officer.
Yeah, man, she's going to get some promotion, something in her work, you know? You have another card here now called love. It means that your children love you. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Also, your wife love you dearly, right?
I think I love her too.
Yes, man. Enough love in the house. There's another card here now called the Hermit, which shows that you have a high degree of understanding. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
You have a high degree of understanding. So it is said that you was a wise man, right?
Okay.
Now, you have a granddaughter.
I got two granddaughters.
One of them is going to be a soldier, you know.
Okay.
And if I'm wrong, then she either going to law enforcement, which is police work, or she going to law, but something like that. And the younger one may be more powerful than the bigger one too. All right?
Oh, okay, she's there.
Huh?
She's studying for teacher.
The younger one.
Yes.
Okay. What the bigger one doing?
She's in foreign.
Overseas. Okay.
Okay.
What I do know is that you're gonna be all right. Now, you went to the doctor lately?
I'm going there on Thursday.
Yeah, man. What happened?
I have a bladder issue and a heart issue.
You have a bladder issue?
Yes.
You have a prostate issue too?
No, they say it's not prostate. They say there's a blockage. They see a blockage that
A blockage in your bladder?
Yes.
You know corn silk? You know corn silk?
No, but I hear you say something about it.
But you know it?
Is the one that come off of the corn?
Yeah, it does. That hairy thing in the corn.
Yes.
That's a masterpiece for the bladder, for bladder blockages, right?
Yes.
But there's a herb called pipsisiwa. That is a real master tool for the bladder. Pipsisiwa.
Sure.
Yeah. It's PIPSISIWA. Pipsisiwa. Right? You ought to be able to buy that at any herbal shop too.
I can't get it at any herbal shop.
Yeah, well, the people who I sent to herbal shops to get it actually got it. So, yeah. Oh, if you could go Kingston, they have more reliable herbal shops in Kingston than maybe Montego Bay, right?
Only when near Mandeville.
Near where?
Mandeville.
Well, there's a herbal shop in Mandeville, right?
Yeah.
Check them out, man.
Oh,
But if you go Kingston, you can go Sovereign Center and probably get it. Just make some phone calls first, all right?
yeah.
Pipsisiwa and corn silk. So if you get one, don't get one, get the other one, right?
Yeah.
If you get all two of them, you sell off.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah. I have to be going to the bathroom here, there, you know?
Okay. But your bladder may be enlarged. Your prostate may be enlarged too, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, a very large prostate will cause that too. Okay?
Yes.
But based on your cards, what I see here, you'll be fine. You have to travel?
I should have traveled, but this sickness let me down.
Don't call it a sickness yet. Call it a discomfort. Here?
Yes, sir.
Just call it a discomfort, man. Because it seemed like something that you could get over easily. In the meantime, do not eat ackee. You eat ackee?
I stopped some time ago.
Don't eat ackee. No matter what you do, don't eat ackee.
Yes.
Bet you starve, just do not eat ackee or you're in big trouble. All right?
Okay.
But, sir, you're going to be just fine, man. You take...
I'm so glad to hear that because I'm here just looking in this feeling and feeling frustrated.
Yeah. How old you are right now?
I'm 22.
72?
Yes.
Okay, well, you know, 72 is a very strategic time of life, right?
Yes.
Because you reach what you call the age of decay,
Yes, I know.
you know?
Yes, I know.
So that's a serious thing where things that break down don't mend so easy. So please.
Because I was promised.
Huh?
Because I was promised 6 course on 10.
Yeah. But we see a lot of wicked people living to them 100, so you being a good person, shouldn't bother about that. Right?
Yes.
If the wicked live long, you can live long too, you know. Not true?
Of course, I think so.
Yeah. Look, certain queen that them had about the place. Look how long she live, right?
Yes, it's true.
Only God knows how long certain king gonna live too. So please,
You only God knows it. I
just think positive, you know.
know. Yes.
You're gonna be all right, man. I have a good feeling about you.
Thank you.
So you take it easy, yeah?
Yes.
Bless it.
Could I know my prayer time, please?
Your prayer time?
Yes.
Well, you're born when 1951, you said?
Yes.
So your prayer time, you're a dowdy person, you're born the year of the rabbit. Your prayer time is actually 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., you know.
Okay.
And you need to face the east. So face the rising sun and pray.
Yes.
And you know, dowdy is really a symbol of long living, longevity, you know.
Yes.
A lot of dowdy people live into them late 90s.
Yes.
Yeah. And as far as you can see, there's nothing wrong with your memory, right?
No.
So you're on top of things.
Yes.
Okay?
Could I ask you,
Yes.
when will my book be out?
The book of Dowdy,
Yes.
it should be out by early next year.
Okay.
Okay? You know, those books are written already, you know. It's just that you have to go through some rigorous things with those books. Publishing wise, you gotta get them copywritten, you gotta get special numbers so that they can be found. Anybody in the world can just Google and find it easy, no matter where it is. And sometimes getting all those things together, it take time, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. But it will reach you, man.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a name reading I did want, but because the program is getting started.
Yeah, because I'm actually coming off here now, you know?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, but if you want to get a private name reading, you can always check me. My number is 844-2295, okay?
Okay.
So
Could
take
I
it... Huh?
ask you something? My wife's eyes are not so properly.
Her eyes?
Yes.
What's wrong with her eyes?
She have cataract in her eyes.
Okay. You know, depending on how advanced the cataract is, some people have to have surgery, you know.
Okay.
Depending on how advanced it is, right? And depending too on the age of people,
Yes.
sometimes it don't even make sense to do no kind of
So actually, she's about 68.
68.
Yeah.
She have to get that check out properly by a doctor and get assessed properly.
She's doing that anyway.
Right, you know? I am not an eye specialist. I don't want to talk like I'm one.
No, I know that.
Yeah. All right?
I thank you for what you have done.
Blessed. You know, There's a herb named bilberry.
Bilberry.
Bilberry, yeah, that's very good. There's a herb called, and you can get it in liquid form. Buy liquid bilberry,
Yes.
Bilberry, and liquid eyebright.
Yes.
And she can put a drop here and there in her tea or whatever, you know?
Oh,
And that may save the day, okay?
yes.
So, take it easy, my brethren.
You do that for yourself, please.
Bless you. You know, you have been a God man basically all your life, right?
Yes, I am.
And you've done everything in your power to do the right thing.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think I have done anything wrong.
good. So rightness will happen for you because rightness bring rightness and righteousness bring rightness. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you just continue to think positive and go through, right?
Yes. I'm so glad that I did to you.
My brethren, we are glad that we have found each other.
Okay.
So you take it easy.
Thank you.
Blessed. Yes, I'd like to big up my brethren, a blind brethren over there in the infirmary in St. Mary, in Port Maria. My brethren, big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. It's now 4:33 in Jamaica. Brothers and sisters, it has been a delight being here with you. I'd like to bless up all our listeners, all our callers. I'd like to also big up Radio Jamaica for having us here. It is important to note that you can should check out my YouTube channel so that you'll be kept informed of when our books should be landing. And also there's lots to see in our YouTube channel. Through the YouTube channel, you can know how life basically will be for you or your type next year. Just type the word King Majesty, Majesty, on YouTube and check my channel out. It's important to note that my number is 876 844 2295. That is 876 844 2295. Remember that the Sunny Side Up is coming up at 5 o'clock, starring Derek Wilkes and Paula Ann Porter Jones. I repeat, the Sunny Side Up comes up at 5 o'clock with Derek Wilkes and Paula Ann Porter Jones. Until then, keep sweet, walk good. Remember, it is nice to be nice. My number is 876 844 2295. So, on behalf of myself, King Majesty, and
Jacob,
we want to thank you. God bless you. Sila.